Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday. Are you guys hearing me on Discord?
Yep.
Yeah, you good? Okay. Wasn't sure there for a second. Thursday, August the 9th, 2018. It's another Technical Alpha podcast. We've got a banger today. It's a good week for video game news, and even not like a terrible week in movie TV land as well. So probably going to be a bad week in tech support because I only remembered to post it about 4 minutes before I pressed the go live button. Okay. So right now Goose is hard carrying, mostly like he's done for the last few weeks. He's probably going to have about 8 to 94 questions for us by the time we're good to go. So I'm not too concerned about it, but I did totally gap out on it. It's been one of those days. Gentlemen, how are we doing today? How are we doing today? How are you doing, Panic? Since you've shoved your face into the microphone, how are you?
Yeah, it's been a. I don't actually know how long it's been. It's time's just kind of moving and things are happening.
So it's been a week, is how that's how we would say it out here. It's been
like
a week.
2 weeks. Like I think I got promoted last week. We don't really know. Lots of stuff has been happening. I've been super busy with stuff. So that's actually why I wasn't on last week. My boss actually got promoted and is moving over, and there was like a whole big shuffle up of stuff. So like we're all kind of moving around up and over and stuff. So we're all kind of celebrating that.
Oh,
so
don't mind me. That sounds fantastic. I'm just over here forgetting to change the scene. There we go. We're good.
Oh, nice.
We're fresh. It's all good. Yeah. When I saw that you were or heard that you were going out and everything, I was like, that sounds like a possible opening rung in the ladder. Might be within reach.
Yeah. So
like
it's like they're changing some stuff up because like we've had a lot of goals that we haven't been able to meet because we're just so busy. So like I'm moving over, and then I'm gonna be doing a lot of that stuff. And then they're like replacing my boss with 2 junior level people, so we just have more bodies to do things.
Oh, fantastic!
That should be hopefully interesting.
Yeah, what they said in chat there. It's only a promotion. Will said it's only a promotion if you get more money, not more responsibility. That's like one of the biggest pitfalls in fucking corporate world right now is we want to give you we want to give you this promotion. You're going to be, you're taking over your boss's job. It's going to be great. You're going to be able to do all these things. You have all these people underneath you.
I'm not really taking over my boss's job, which is nice. I'm working on like stuff I actually want to work on as opposed to like all this other stuff I have to do. So I'm like, you know what? Even if I don't get money and I don't necessarily get the title, I will 100% take it. Because I get to program instead of like all day.
Be all over the place. That is a 10 out of 10 shift. Even if it's a horizontal one, that is better than what was going on before. Mr. Black, how are we doing today?
I'm doing all right. I just finished.
Is the baby a doctor yet?
No, not yet.
God damn it.
I just literally finished some voice acting lessons, so finished
coming
that. Coming
to a Viagra commercial near you.
Yeah.
Can you give us a sample of a Viagra commercial that you would voice act in?
Tell me about how I should be concerned if my erection lasts longer than 4 hours in your current voiceover shenanigans. Hit me up.
Have you had an erection that's
perfect? Cut.
That's it.
Send that off to the presses. That's the take.
Viagra.
That's
hire
the
me,
take.
right? Please hire me. So anyway, I was doing that, and now I'm here, and I got the stream for like 5 or 6 hours earlier today. I've just been trying to I've been for the first time in I would say from December to March, mid-March, end of March. We'll say April. I was just in the void. I don't even know. It's like that 6 months was like, I actually don't know what happened in those 6 months. Like I still don't know. So, but anyway, I'm busy again and I'm fucking working all the time on something. So it's good, man. It's like, but I'm tired. I'm fucking tired all the damn time. Just because I'm so used to just lazing around and just moping and feeling sorry for myself. Now I'm productive and shit, and it's good, but I'm tired, so I had to power snooze for like an hour on the sofa. And I went to Tim Hortons. I went to Subway, right? And I had a Footlong,
Eat fresh,
like chicken pizza sub. I ate that shit. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna go into a food coma. I need to get coffee. So I went to Tim Hortons. I grabbed a coffee. I come home, and then Kayla's like, why don't you just come sit on the sofa for a little bit? I'm like, I was like, all right, I'll sit down for a bit. I sat down. I'm drinking my coffee. I put the coffee down. Gone. Like, and I had headphones in my ears, like everything. I was listening to something on YouTube, and I just passed out. I was gone. And then I woke up, and it was like playing some weird YouTube playlist, and it was like 8 videos deep, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I like had like this weird afternoon like half dream, because I'm hearing what they're talking about in the video. But it was just weird. And so then I got up and came downstairs and did that. And now I'm here.
Yeah, no, the one coffee is not going to overtake the power of a Footlong sub. It's just not going to happen. Like,
no.
You're either used to it or you're not, and then when you do it, it hits you like a truck and it's game over. You're out for the count. There's no coming back from that.
Yep.
I almost had that today. I too visited my local Subway establishment and hooked up, and it was definitely one of those susceptible moments.
I hate you
because
both right now.
because I had gone, we had chiropractor appointment today, and so we got to do that, and then we had to get a couple of groceries or whatever. So we basically like woke up, got in the car, went to chiropractor, went to go get groceries, and then after all that was done, then I ate. I didn't eat anything until I hit Footlong Steakville. And I crushed the Footlong steak, 2 cookies and a drink, and that was the first meal to hit the bottom of my stomach.
Sounds entirely carb heavy.
It is, and it was delicious.
Sounds so good right now.
It was fucking delicious. I'm not like, look at me, Panic. I'm fucking wasting away. Carbs are a good thing for me right now. I'm gonna fucking disappear. I'm gonna be Paper Mario here if shit keeps going this way. So
I don't understand how people think this is like a great lifestyle. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it for now. I'll lose the weight. My pants are feeling looser. I'm fitting in my clothes better. I'll do this for a little while. But you know what I really want? Like 23 hours of the day, even when I'm sleeping? A fucking sandwich. And I gotta walk by every morning when I go to work. Jeff knows the Subway that's like right by my place. The thing is, they bake their bread at like 8 or 9 a.m. So literally right as I'm walking by, you get that waft in of the bread, and I'm like, ugh.
Yep.
That is good
bread
stuff.
Time.
That is delicious stuff. We had like before they moved, we had the Ben's Bakery on Quimpool.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
And whenever
that shit from a mile away.
Oh my god, it carried
literally a
the
mile away.
Like it was crazy. It was the whole city. You just smelled Ben's Bakery. And specifically when I would come back from university, instead of going all the way, only Jeff would, and a couple of people listening would know where this is, but when instead of taking Roby all the way to the Quimpool intersection, I would hang a left on the side streets first so that I could skip over that whole clusterfuck at rush hour. And then you would drive right behind Ben's Bakery, like you'd be at the very back of the store. And so like the fucking doors and shit were open and bread smell is just blasted. The property value of those fucking houses went down the day Ben's Bakery fucking left. Yeah. Because you were waking up every morning and you stepped on your front porch and you were smelling Ben's fucking bakery.
Ass bread right off the press.
That is a real estate agent's dream. Like, let me tell you about what you're gonna smell when you wake up.
You're gonna wake up in the morning. You're gonna make your coffee. You're gonna go sit out on your front patio and you're gonna smell the beautiful smell of Ben's Bakery.
Oh my god!
For a solid 3 hours straight until you cave and eat a loaf of bread.
Just a loaf.
Oh, yeah, just at least one loaf.
Easily gain an easy 30 pounds in the run of a year just by living in the proximity of Ben's Bakery.
Oh, it was great. Unfortunately gone. But yeah, I crushed the sub and almost fell asleep in my chair. I was sitting here trying to do some work before the podcast, and I was just reading articles and just I was if it was my old chair, this chair keeps me too upright. Because it's the only thing keeping me from being crippled now is this chair, basically, from sitting so long. But if I had like my old, you go to Staples or Costco or whatever, and they have those high back fake leather fucking chairs, and they're so comfortable,
right now, right?
They just hug you.
steel case. Yeah, they just hug.
Nice.
It's just
Love these
comfortable.
things.
It's
Yeah.
fucking comfortable. And when I used to have one, I just had to slide down just a little bit, and my head could hit the back of it, and it would let you lean back nice and easy. It wasn't the fat position like the DX rate, but like you didn't have to put much weight. Exactly before you were back, and it was like being on a pillow, and my ass would be gone. My neck would be half craned over the back, which was probably terrible for my neck. But I'd be like drooling and shit, and my mom would like come into the room when I was like after studying or whatever, and I'd just be like passed out in my chair, and Mom would be telling me it was food time, and I'd wake up and I had drool all over my face and shit. It's comfortable. I actually considered, even though my back is fucked, I actually considered going back. I walked through Costco the other week, and I saw they had chairs in, because they're not always there, but they had the line up there, and I saw that chair, and I was like, oh, motherfucker.
Don't do it, Adam.
I kind of want to go back. I want to go.
break.
I want to go back. This is great, because it's keeping me alive, but fuck, that chair is comfortable as hell.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It
you
ain't
gotta
putting
be
you to
die.
It's not putting me to sleep.
Yo, shout out to our Patreon. Last week I said we better hit over 3K again, and bam, it's happened. So thank you.
All right.
Whoever did that.
New test. Let's get over 10K. Let's go. Next week. Next
No
week.
chill.
10,
No
next
chill.
week, 10K. Let's go.
Well, actually, guys, if you're just hearing this,
Speaking of 10K, segue. Go for it.
this Saturday, LAGTV is hosting the first of basically a month of StarCraft content through World Vision for the kids. So we're bringing back the Gimme Shelter. Adam's been working on some assets for it. I've been working directly with World Vision. I have a complete schedule all up and going. So Adam and I are this Saturday. Stream's going to boot up at around 11 a.m. Eastern. Cast will start at noon Eastern. We're not giving away any physical product this time because we figured two things. Number one, it's a pain in the ass to be shipping stuff all over the place, and it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also on top of that, we figured that the people that wanted the LAGTV and Technical Alpha merch probably donated for that the last time, and so we're not going to send.
Or they're on the podcast, and they also have already.
They're probably already on the podcast too. Like they're just supporters, right? And we're only going to send so much, stuff out to people. They don't need 2 and 3 sets of the same shit. So what we decided to do instead is we have a $10,000 donation goal. If we hit that $10,000 donation goal from the start to the finish of the campaign, which will last likely about 2 months, because for the first month we're going to be popping out the events, and then we're going to be putting up casts of StarCraft, and then the next month we're still going to have more content to put out. So it's going to be about 2 months of stuff. So at any point you'll be able to donate through links in the description of the video that will all go towards the pool. And something tells me we're probably going to break the goal anyway throughout the casts, but you can also, give at any point. So what we're going to do is if we hit that $10,000 goal, instead of shipping stuff out, Adam and I are going to do another season of When Cheese Fails, like an official season, When Cheese Fails, season like 13, episode 1. And
the season of 4-hour erections.
There you go. So we're going to bring that back as a way of saying thank you. Panic shipped out all of the stuff. I think he said he's got to ship out the international stuff tomorrow.
They have it already. They just have it's just a day lag. So
okay. Well, there you go.
I'm for the
hands are clean. Yeah. So for everybody that did donate on the last event, and you're like, what the hell? I still don't have my stuff. It's all shipped. We wanted to make sure that everything was shipped before this tournament, because I know people were going to be asking. So it's all out there now. So you should be receiving that in the mail, anytime, depending on how far away you are from New York.
So to give an update on the physical merch, it's been an absolute nightmare dealing with the post office on this. I've gotten the boxes back at least once from the initial shipment, and then the second time around, apparently they just sat in Chicago for like a month and they didn't say anything. So this time around, learned our lesson, and I went full priority mail, tracking everything, the works. So most of you guys should be getting the World Vision stuff should be getting in the next couple of days, and everyone else should be getting it within like a week or two. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It's out and it's done finally. We apologize for the delay. It's been a lot of stuff, but it's out nonetheless. So that's good. first event this Saturday. The cast will start at noon Eastern. Make sure you guys go out there and you do some cheeses. Think of Great NovaWar Says. There'll be different levels to it, and I'll explain that in a video that I'm going to make here tomorrow. I'm going to post on LAGTV and let everybody know what's going on, give you guys a day or so. So basically, we're just going to be casting games and doing things for money, for charity, essentially. You guys are going to throw money at the screen, and we're going to do whatever the hell you want us to do, right? And there'll be different levels to the shit. So there's that, and then the following week on Sunday, the 11th? Oh, no, sorry, the 18th?
17th?
No, 19th.
19th?
Yes. So next weekend, the 19th, we're actually going to be on Base Trade TV's channel, and we're going to be casting a tournament, a professional tournament. We're going to have some real money prize for that. I think it's going to be an 8-person tournament. Base Trade is setting all that stuff up, so he's going to have all. I don't know exactly who's all in it, but it's going to be all high-level stuff. It's going to be me, Adam, and Graham from Base Trade. We're all going to be together, 3-way casting, and all those games will be posted on LAGTV as well. So in case you guys can't make that, you'll be able to watch that, and that's also for the kids. That's also through charity, and we're going to be doing some free-for-all stuff with donators and hopefully just raising some money through that, not only with our community but with his. Then the following weekend, we have Nathanius that's going to be doing show matches for money. It's just going to be him there, solo casting, doing his thing, so you'll be able to go over to his channel and watch that. And then the following weekend, Adam and I will be back doing it one more time. Same thing that we're doing this weekend. And I am almost done closing one other streamer who's also big in the StarCraft world that will be doing an entire day of streaming for World Vision, the Gimme Shelter campaign as well. So I don't want to say who that is yet, just because we don't have them locked in, but it's looking like we have them locked in.
I hope it's the god.
So once that's signed, it's signed and it's done. But as of right now, it's guaranteed four events and a possible 5th event. And I would say, honestly, guys, you're going to get like 3 months of StarCraft content, because there's probably going to be at least 30 to 40 casts between 3 broadcasts. And then if we hit that 10K goal, then we got another 10, episodes of When She's Fails. So, I mean, you're going to be looking at StarCraft probably until the new year. So for all those people that have been asking for StarCraft stuff and you want to see a lot of it and you want to support, do it for the kids. It's going to a great cause, and you can get tax write-offs too. So everybody's winning. So I just want to throw that out there and plug that for all you guys. I'll have more information out tomorrow on the Life's a Glitch TV channel, and then you'll be able to enjoy the festivities.
So much StarCraft,
Yes.
so little time.
So little time.
I can't wait to try and fall back into casting after watching the sum total of 45 minutes of StarCraft in the last.
It'll be rough.
Can you name the 3 races, Adam?
Yes, I believe it's male, female, and Apache helicopter. That's the
Perfect.
All set.
Yep, nailed it, gentlemen. We're using Discord right now. It's a thing that's happening, and Discord is getting a curated games storefront, which is like Steam, except curated, because Steam just refuses to really properly do that shit. However, Steam is also fucking enormous, and Discord's taking a much more measured approach, at least for the first steps into
going
this
the sharper image route.
Yeah, they're sticking the toe in the water, so to speak. So the way this is going to work is at first they Discord. If you haven't already sussed this out, or maybe you don't follow Discord on Twitter or whatever, I'm not convinced that there isn't a member of Discord that isn't a very I don't want to say hardcore gamer, because that makes you think of like some fucking like frat boy playing Call of Duty for 8 hours a day or some shit, and like Mountain Dew and fuck whatever. But like a gamer in the sense that you would imagine a gamer to be, and also whoever runs their social media account is a fucking pop culture reference machine. But regardless, their idea was that there were lots of like older games or whatever that that people just never get a chance to play or whatnot in the past, and they're like those cornerstone games or games that you know maybe you've played but other people haven't played, and you'd love them to be able to do that. And then also indie games, and so they're kind of mishmashing those two things to start, which is probably their best case scenario to first come into this space. And then they also have the idea that they're going to do a they have a name for it. I think they just call it Discord first, which is essentially Discord, I guess, is in some way, shape, or form going to have a hand in producing or not developing, but producing or helping bring up some indie titles. And then those indie titles will be first on Discord for 90 days or so, and then the developer will be able to publish it everywhere else. So they kind of have like an exclusivity type deal going. And that's the idea. So to answer my first question that I had, and then I'll hand it off to you guys for your thoughts on this stuff. My first question was, fuck me, another launcher for games. Because everyone is doing launchers for games now. Steam is getting hit slowly more and more with games aren't going to appear on Steam, period. You need to have, you know, Bethesda. Ubisoft and Bethesda's and EA's and fucking Steam and we got Discord and just this endless list of launchers. And so Discord's idea is that they're going to create a universal launcher from within Discord that will scan your computer, find all the games that are on your computer, list them in their universal launcher, and then when you go to launch the game through Discord, it will simply open the launcher and the game for you from within Discord, so that you don't have to necessarily have, before you start, all of those launchers up. You could just have Discord up and then it will do its thing, which is nice. It annoys me that we're getting to this point because I feel like I'm back in fucking cable TV land, but it is what it is. But what do you guys think about this for Discord as a progression for the platform?
I personally feel like it's kind of unnecessary. I kind of get why they're doing it, but at the same time, I don't really feel the need for them to do it. It's like, why? I'm gonna go play on Steam. I have the games there. It's not. It doesn't really do it for me. But on the other side of it, I always have Discord open, so it's like maybe it's not a bad idea. It depends on the quality of the games that come out. It looked like they just had like a bunch of indie titles, but if there's like something cool coming out, I might try it on Discord. Like, who knows? Like, it all comes down to, you know, how they implement it.
Yeah, I would say the majority of it is going to be
like little dinky indie titles or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm actually I want to complain about it, but at the same time, like I'm not. If there's one company that can do it,
it's Discord.
It's Discord.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And it makes sense, because just like what Panic said, he always has Discord open.
Yeah.
I always have Discord open. You know, I'm usually away all the time, but it's always running in the background. It's always there. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of these overlays and these pop-ups. I actually popped up on my stream today, and like, I was like, what the hell is going on here? It just took over like right on top of my StarCraft, and I couldn't click on my screen. So I had to go in the back end and turn that whole thing off, which wasn't tough, but that intrusive stuff I'm not a big fan of. But I'm okay with them doing what they're doing. You know, I feel like they're trying to compete against Steam, but they're doing it in a manner that they know their lane. Like, they know their role, they know their lane. They're realistic about it. It's not like they're going after you know, Rockstar or something. It was like, you know, we want exclusivity on your games to not go on Steam but come on Discord. It doesn't sound like they're doing that at all. In fact, this might be really good for indie games because they get buried to shit on Steam. There's only certain types of people that are really like into the whole indie. It's a niche. It's a niche thing. That's why they're indie games. They're not AAA titles. they're there's certain categories in games. You have like indie puzzle games, indie shooter, indie whatever, and people will kind of look for those types of games they like and maybe play an indie game. There are some people that love to play indie games, period, and just will play any type of indie game. The thing is, I know for me, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to assume that a lot of people, they go on Steam, they look what's on the front page, they look what's hot and selling, and then that's the show. I mean, it's what's being thrown in front of me. And a lot of the time, really good indie games aren't shown on Steam, or they aren't featured for very long. So, they got to get the big guys in. They got to do the thing. So maybe it's a day, 2 days maximum, or depending on how good the game is selling, where it stays at the top of the sold chart. That's the show. But it would be nice if Discord can kind of get their own niche, and they don't go after the big titles, and they just stick with indie games, great indie games that real gamers love. And Panic nailed it. It's like real gamers are on this shit all the time. It's kind of like the new TeamSpeak. This is the new TeamSpeak. This is what
it is absolutely. I don't even think it's like anymore. Discord is Discord's taken out TeamSpeak. It's taken out Skype. It's taken out everyone.
Ventrilo,
exactly,
everything else. Yeah.
So the real hard gamers on there, and it's converted a lot of non-gamers to use this as a way of communicating with people in and out. It's kind of like Telegram. I don't know if anybody's used Telegram, but I've used a fair amount of Telegram, and it's Telegram is its own thing, but people are using Discord like they would use Telegram. So there's groups, there's communities, there's community setups. It has nothing to do with gaming. And there's a lot of them out there. Like, some people might only think this is gaming, but there's a lot of communities out there. So this is great, not only for people, because a lot of times too, indie games can really attract non-gamers, like people that might play some Facebook games or some shit on their phone, like super casual, don't really play games after work. But if they're on Discord and there's a bunch of communities and stuff, and it's not like Call of Duty and fucking the next big things, and there's like maybe some really great puzzle game or whatever, or some strategy game, or a card game or a board game or whatever, a lot of casuals might go, you know what, let me try this shit. They might use it as a platform, like a Facebook games type thing, because they're already on there and they're being social, and maybe there's like a high score thing, and there's deals and shit that I'm sure they're gonna leaderboards and different things like that they'll probably implement on this. So what I'm trying to get at is, I'm not mad at it. Like, I want to hate on it because it's another place, like what Adam was saying. It's just another launcher. But at the same time, I already have this shit on all the fucking time, and everything that they do for the most part works. Like, we've gotten rid of Skype. We now use the video on Discord. We don't have shit dropping out. The frames are good. The audio's, it's not perfect. There are better audio out there, but for what we use it, like for what everyday people use for, this shit is like it. This is the GOAT right now. This is the show.
My camera looks great. Adam's camera looks great. Jeff, your camera kind of but
yeah. And I think it's my lighting. Yeah, like everything just works well. And so if somebody's going to do it, give it to Discord. If this was like Twitch, for example, like coming out with some sort of Twitch launcher for games or whatever, because I know they have, or Curse. I know like Curse's whole fucking shit that they got. Shit's that's a nightmare.
Didn't
like,
Twitch buy the Curse thing?
They did, yeah, and it looks like Curse. Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole. But
nobody gives a shit about that.
Nobody gives a shit about that. Curse probably made millions of dollars off that acquisition.
Oh, they smoked that.
And just ran. Just said, we built garbage. Twitch bought it thinking it was going to be something, or they had some sort of idea, and that was the show. And nothing came of it. Nobody, rarely ever I don't hear anybody using that launcher. I had it installed on my computer at one point for some reason. It was just pissing me off, so I got rid of it. But if I heard that they were doing it, I'd be like, oh, stop the madness. You need to fix your site and the other things you do. Thing is Discord doesn't have really much to fix. I mean, they could do tweaks here and there, but I mean, everything they touch is working. So go for it, Discord. Go and bring me some indie games that I may not know. I'm interested. let me see it. I might not buy a game, but let me see. Sure.
Discord doesn't fuck around. Like, that is the one thing that is most impressive about Discord, is that even with their catastrophic expansion rate, because when they really took off, like when they hit that point of no return, the growth was just fucking vertical. It was insane how fast they went.
So much so that they're able to kill the Google Cloud platform.
Yeah, like it was insane, and
Like
they still held it together. And on top of all of that, they have one of the probably best, like customer satisfaction ratings, if you wanted to call it that, out of anything I've ever seen. Like,
even
nobody.
just technical quality is insane. Like, if you actually go in and read some of like the tech blogs that their developers do,
Really good
like,
shit.
they know their shit.
Yes.
Like, ridiculously well.
Very much so.
It's not just like a couple of people sitting in a startup doing like random things. Like, these guys know their shit, and they're actually like redesigning and upgrading and building some crazy new tech whenever they do things.
It's wild. And so yeah, I'm gonna, when I saw it, that was the first two reactions were mostly, you know, oh god, another launcher, and oh wait, it's Discord. Was my follow-up to that. And then they're, when they immediately, and that secondary thing was spot on, because when they came back and they said, hey guys, look, we're going to have a universal launcher, we're going to read all the games on your computer, you can just use Discord if you want to, or not, but if we're going to make it available to you. And they're really pushing stuff like their in-game overlays and stuff's gotten, apparently in this last patch, 1,000 times more stable. They have chat overlay now in-game. They're going to have, or they're either going to, or they're already have now the ability to see if you're muted while you're in the game. Like, you're going to see the icon there, so it's no longer, oops, I muted myself and I've been talking for the last 15 minutes and nobody on my team has heard me. Like, all that stuff. Like, they're fucking putting in work, boys.
Yeah, it's good.
They're putting in work. Shit. So yeah, hopefully this ends up being another success for them. It's going into beta eventually here. We're gonna find out, and we'll see just how it all comes together. What do we got next? Let's not do that one just yet. Let's roll into Twitch news briefly. Twitch is removing the IRL and creative sections and adding 10 new categories, as well as adding a tag system to help better find streams on the platform as it grows. So this was something that they tossed out into the void here, either today or yesterday. And just like I said, so IRL gone, creative gone. And instead, they've got these 10 categories. I don't think, did I have the wherewithal to link that shit? No, I didn't. But basically, they have 10 categories that are now representing a huge range of stuff that have broken it out into way more granular categories. And then from within that, they're using the tag system where they have prefab tags to choose from that further categorize your stream. That allow you people to more easily find content that they're looking for, which might then also land them in places of the site where people that don't have 5,000, 10,000 viewers watching, to kind of help discovery quite a bit. I think it's a good idea. I'm kind of thumbs up on it. It's hilarious. If you go and find the blog post for it, you can see the tags that they have. One of them was like contemporary dance. And I was like, which tells me at some point somebody was voguing or some shit on Twitch, and they were like, fuck it, let's put contemporary dance in as a tag. On the plus side, one of the categories, it's the talk shows / podcasts now. So they've had the wherewithal to at least have the word podcast
there we go. So
on
that's
the
where
website. That's where we're going. No tag for podcast specifically, just the category is talk shows and podcasts. But hey, we've got maybe if we have a small segment, I'll get Jeff to do some contemporary dance for like 30, 45 seconds. out of the podcast, and then we can put that tag contemporary dance just for the joke, because I think it's fucking hilarious. I don't know, maybe there's obviously going to be somebody out there doing contemporary dance on Twitch.
Absolutely. So they can just run that category themselves.
They're going to be the one person. Yeah, there's a one person
It'll
on
be
Twitch.
a chicken yoga pants.
Oh, I'm wondering which of the categories, because I feel like once they have a separate ASMR category, all the people in that category are not going to want to be there because they're going to go where all the people are.
They have
they're
an
gonna change
ASMR
their
category.
Yeah, no, I know
actually,
they do. So I feel like they're not all going to want to be grouped in there. So they're going to be like, which category is going to have the most persons? So I guess I'm moving to contemporary dance.
But yeah, I it will be fun to see how people that have leveraged the IRL section to do some weird fucking shit, how this affects them moving forward, or that kind of streamer moving forward, because there was definitely a lot of leverage that people were getting out of the IRL and creative sections.
Yep.
Just by virtue of there not being anywhere else to go, and now
they just flat themselves there.
Look, I don't want to say that we called this shit years ago, Jeff, but we called it years ago. And if I could reference a specific time that we said it, I would. But we talked about the shit years ago. We've come full circle. Twitch.tv is officially Justin.tv all over the fuck again. It's just Twitch.tv was how they grew because games were the most popular, and now we're full fucking circle, and now we're gonna have pretty much what Justin TV was setting out to do, with 1,000 fucking different tags and multiple categories of in real life shit and all this other stuff that isn't just gaming, on a website that was predominantly just for gaming. I don't know. I mean, personally, it doesn't affect. It obviously doesn't affect me. I'm out here streaming for my 100 people, and that's where I'm at now, and that's fine. But I feel like it's fucking weird. I feel like it's a brand thing. It's fucking weird. It doesn't make any sense to me for a website called Twitch.tv that was literally created, ground up, for video game specific shit, stripping it apart from the main brand of Justin TV, which was for IRL and creative shit.
Pretty much.
And now we've just reverse fucking consumed. And it feels like it shouldn't be called Twitch.tv anymore. It's not Twitch is not a video game streaming website anymore. It is, technically speaking, but it's not at the same time, because
it's the main focus. Like, listen, they doing it because they did it because it makes money.
Sure,
right?
well, absolutely.
It makes a ton of money. There's some really big streamers out there that are pulling in large amounts of money for Twitch. And really, you can kind of blame Pokemon Go for this, right? Like, when Pokemon Go came out, there was a lot more IRL stuff. Like, there was the odd, IRL streamer before that, but it was like usually them sitting in their bedroom talking or having a coffee, or around their house, doing some shit around the house. You might have the odd person in a restaurant, but that was like sort of like, whoa, there's somebody, outside, and, kind of seeing what you could get away with. But as soon as Pokemon Go came and people started realizing the amount of numbers that were coming in for that game, and people just love to watch people do their everyday stuff, because everybody was just watching gaming all the time. You could probably do a stream of you showing off your house, or, downstairs, whatever, in the kitchen, making whatever
stream.
Yeah, and you'd get probably more viewers doing non-gaming related stuff than gaming stuff. And it's because everybody now is so used to you doing your thing that now that you're doing something out of the norm, and it's exciting to kind of see the other side of the person. Like,
it's voyeurism.
Yeah, it is. It's voyeurism. And so it makes money, and the Pokemon Go was a big catalyst to all this. And then once Pokemon Go kind of died off, people were like, "What? I had a lot of fun. You mean to tell me I can have some kind of a life now, and still make money?" Because you see people before, they'd have to sacrifice maybe going to the gym, They'd have to sacrifice going out for a walk on the boardwalk or a sacrifice going out for dinner because they had to be in front of a computer and they had to make money. They had to be on. That's just the reality of this
now
business.
They can piss off other restaurant patrons by having their cell phone in their hand and
now
talking to the chat.
Yeah, now they can take the camera with them, have more viewers, be in a category that actually allows them to grow more than any other category, because the vast majority of people that are in IRL are people that are sort of on the come up. There's not a lot of big streamers that are already known that are IRL streamers. Most of those people, they'll start their day with that, or they'll be doing something crazy. They'll milk that category because they have such a large viewership. They'll take themselves to the top, and then they'll forcefully gain their way into being at the top, and then get new viewers, and then they'll take those viewers and convert even 20% of them into whatever they're doing, or get them to fall in love with them, and then they go into the gaming. The vast majority of people in IRL, which are female streamers, by the way, they're in this void of they're not very good gamers, or they're trash. And I'm sorry, I'm just telling the truth. They're not good gamers, or they're garbage, or their main focus is not gaming. Their main focus is their appearance and how they look and how cute or sexy they are, or arguing with the chat, or whatever, having real talks. Remember when having a real talk used to be like
turning it on and having a coffee and talking about,
politics.
Yeah, taking their dog to the clipper. They're just having it groomed.
And that's what it was. Like before, when we used to do these like real talks, it would be this sort of spur of the moment thing where you'd talk for like 30 minutes about real life shit, and then you'd be back into gaming. Well, now it's like they'll just sit there in silence. Like I've seen it. They'll sit there and say nothing, or they'll wait for the chat to say something, and then they'll just talk. So there's this void of streamers now that are just there. And I'm with you, Adam. It feels weird, like Twitch, from what I know, but it feels weird to us because we've been here since the beginning, and we've come from Justin TV, where we were the anomaly, where we were playing games
on
weird
gamers.
Yeah, like there was all the
difference being they split us into a totally different website.
Exactly.
And now it's the reverse.
But also Justin TV back then was failing, and it was a dying out service. Nobody
absolutely.
was really using it.
It was the smart. It was a smart move.
Yeah. So they did it, and now they're going, wow, now we can rebirth Justin TV. It would be too much of a weird thing if we made it on a separate website and we broke up those viewers. And plus, people seem to be converting very nicely into the gaming world. So even if there's people that they love, I'm surprised they haven't gone after like, the Chinese market, where all they want to do is eat food, and there's like this weird fetish of Chinese girls eating.
Korean girls eating is the thing.
Oh, okay, Korean girls.
Korean girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In Korea, there's girls making like 50 G's a month just eating pizza.
Exactly. I'm surprised that we haven't had that yet, but it's probably because there's already a site that is dedicated to that.
Yeah.
So Twitch is going with the money. They bought out. Amazon bought them out for over $1 billion. They need to make that money back, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make that money. And I don't really blame them. I do think that this into 10 separate categories is a good step, because one big IRL section's a clusterfuck, and then it's being abused by certain people. And now there's going to be categories, which is going to keep certain people honest and on track, and they're going to have to either innovate and up their game, or they can just be, there's going to be 10 female ASMR streamers fighting over who's got the bigger tits and who's got the better microphone, because ultimately it's all the same shit, and they would just be on there and they would just get the runoff from other big streamers or people that are actually, I'm sorry, I'm biased. Okay. I'm sorry. And that's just the way it is. But from people that are actually doing good things in the IRL section, when they go offline, or there's a bunch of dudes kind of, dude, I fall for this shit, man. I go on the IRL section and I see a chick on there. I click on the damn thing just to see what, like, cause I want to just I want to make fun of them. Like I like, and it's horrible to say that. Like I want to go in there to go, this fucking, what the fuck? I want to go in there to see how ridiculous the chat is. I want to go in there to see how hard this female's stroking this microphone and making blow noises while collecting money on her whiteboard of names that she puts up there for subs and white knights. I want to go in there and do that thing. And I'm sorry, that's just, and I'm not the only one. If people like the vast majority of people are like that, I'm telling you. You know, there'll be people that are saying, no, Jeff, no, it's just you. I'm telling you right now that there are dudes out there that will go through that and they'll scroll down. They're not going to click on most dude IRL streamers with 10 viewers. They're going to click on the 10 viewer chicks that are on there doing whatever because they're a chick. And I love the fact that now that we got different categories, so you're gonna have to keep these people in check, and they're gonna have to work for it a little bit more because now they can't backpedal or get notoriety off the backs of other people that are creating actually good content. And the ones that are creating good content, which I know is subjective, but in my eyes, the ones that are creating interesting creative content are going to be the ones that are theoretically going to get a little bit more shine than being overshadowed by a chick sitting in her chair. And I've got nothing wrong with female. I don't have anything wrong with the female streamers. They're getting their cake and they're hustling. I respect the living shit out of that, dude. I'm a hustler myself. I get it. I respect it. If you got it, work it, do your thing. But you know, when you're projecting yourself in that sort of manner, you're going to get a certain type of feedback. And I'm just giving that type of feedback. Kind of like when people come into my stream and they don't like the way they don't like how I'm outspoken, they don't like auto tune, they don't like whatever, they don't like the way I play StarCraft, then I deserve to get that feedback. You know, call me a fucking scrub, call me a noob, call me this, say proxy oracle or void ray again, or do whatever, have your thing. It's up to me to ban you or tell you to fuck off. And if I tell you to fuck off, then you play the victim and you're like,
what was that?
That arrogant streamer, this is how you treat your viewers? Well, that's how I treat assholes. Yeah. And it's the same thing with these chick streamers. There's going to be dudes that are going to come in and say that. So I think this is great for Twitch. And I hope that it's not going to fix the problem, but it should help. It should help. It's going to bury these people a little bit more. And I like that. Bury them.
It'll bury the ones that aren't high profile for sure, and then the ones that are high profile will just remain. It's whatever. It's a good step for discoverability, which has been one of Twitch's biggest problems. So I'm thumbs up on the whole thing. And if there is the added benefit of having to keep people a bit more honest, so that they can't abuse categories or game titles and et cetera, like they have in the past, then that's, you know, a nice added bonus. That's great. So applause for that. Pant, do you have any thoughts on this at all?
Not particularly. I mean, I've been going through the Justin TV stuff and all that stuff forever. Coming full circle, it's just normal. I've kind of started tuning out IRL in general. Yeah, it kind of annoys me.
Yeah.
I'm happy they're doing this split because there's a lot of creative streamers that I really enjoy supporting and like watching, but it's just kind of painful to see that just because they're in creative, they don't get a lot of foot traffic. You know, it's like having the shitty store location where no one's walking by and you're like, well, crap. But now, like, if I'm like, I want to see someone who's painting or I want to see someone who's doing like actual generating art, I like that I can do that now. They're adding a separate section for like crafts and stuff. Like I do Gundam modeling and stuff. So being able to find the streamers, 'cause that's actually picked up on streaming. A lot of people are doing that now, but it's like really hard to find their streams. But now I can be like, sweet, I can find them. So I feel like overall it's going to be a good thing. I'm just concerned with how the people who have been exploiting the IRL category are going to mess with this part of the system because, you know, there's going to be some weirdness. And I definitely guarantee you're going to see people who are going to move out of that ASMR category and then be like, go to where the viewers are because they're there for the attention. Absolutely. And then it's going to be like, well, crap. Now instead of having, 2 standard categories. We've got 12, and it's like, all right, whatever.
They're gonna go, and you said it perfectly. It's the foot traffic thing, and it's gonna be nice now not to scroll through the first 4 or 5 lines of girl streamers that do nothing. There are some girl streamers that are great creative streamers. Like there's a chick that I watch that she sings all the time on the stream. She's phenomenal. She's fantastic. There's another chick that I watch that plays the piano, all like gaming related music. She is amazing. And there are those gems, but you guys know what type of girl streamers I'm talking about. And it's going to be nice to not
You're
have
talking
to
about Amaranth, Jeff, is who you're talking about.
Oh, absolutely. Her and many others, but
her and many Saint Peach, Amaranth. Yeah. There's 3 to 5 that are like the core fucking group, and they're always infighting and shit. It's like a fucking high school drama, for God's sake.
Of course,
it's
they're fighting over
dumb.
There's only so much money out there, and they got the same fans, and some of them's got like alleged porn videos out on websites.
It's like the YouTube people, like the groups getting together and like setting up boxing matches now. It's like it's just shit's fucking weird, man. It's so weirard.
It's high school. It's high school.
It is fucking high school. It's embarrassing, which is why I also avoid IRL like the plague, because I honestly think, categories or not, the majority, in my opinion, of IRL is an embarrassing fucking piece of that shit. There's a shitload of embarrassing content in the gaming section too, but fuck me if the majority of IRL isn't aimed directly at what we just described, girls chasing down the sections of those categories where the people are, and then doing the bare fucking minimum to meet the requirements of that like section or community.
Yep.
And then doing the same song and dance, and it's fucking crazy.
It's funny, dude. It's funny, and I'll end it on this because I could talk about this for 3 hours, and I could just make fun of it for 3 hours. But you click on one of their streams, and it's the same thing, right? There's 50,000 things going on up top, and moving numbers and people names, and stream daddy, and biggest daddy or whatever, right? And they're always like some weird shit, and they're in their tight titties are all like fucking pressed up, and
a lot of them have that Amazon special binaural microphone set up now too, so they can have the
yes they're doing weird shit that they'll find, like they're like, what can I make sexy, and they'll have these little earbuds, and they'll just go like they're starting a fucking fire or something, and they'll go and they'll like do some weird shit, or they'll be like, or they'll just bend over, or they'll go and they'll draw on their whiteboard with a heart and the top donator. The best is this. The best one is this. And I wish I had, the fuck you money to just give to them, just so I could go and really see what it's like. One of these days I'm gonna find one of the white knights in the stream, right, or one of the desperate dudes. And I'm gonna go, tell me what this is like, because I want to know. Like, I'll pay you half of your subscription.
No.
They make a Patreon account, and it's always about photos of their photo shoots. And I'll go on their Patreon, and they've got like an undisclosed amount of people, like money that's being made. There's like 800-900 Patreons. And there's like different tiers to this shit, right? So there's like, a $5 tier gets you added on Snapchat, right? Gets you the Snapchat.
I love the snaps.
Right? Then you get to like the $20 tier, and it gets to like, the ask me anything, like you talk to me. And then you get to like the $50 tier, and now you're getting into the photos. And like some of them they'll even say like, sexy photos, or like stuff that can't be shown
not
on
safe for work.
like you can't show on Instagram, but you're
too
gonna
hot for TV.
Exactly, right? And I've always wondered, what are these photos? Like, are these like some like, you know, my boy Trav that's like decent with a Canon camera,
staying
that's
in a hostel,
you know,
in Vancouver doing headshots for fucking wannabe actresses.
There's like this like dark alley with some really nice graffiti in the background, and she's just sitting there like, you know, trying to like pose and look sexy. Like, is that the photos that they're getting? And so like, it's just this. And I get it. Like that is the environment. It's not even just Twitch, dude. This is like Instagram. This is the
it's all over the place. It's all over
like,
the place. Yeah.
Like lifestyle
and all the power to them. Go nuts.
All the power to them. But I just laugh when you see it because they have found the perfect medium that they're using. They're on a gaming website, but they're not gaming. They're using the gaming website to exploit a demographic that is from the age 13 to a lonely 40-year-old with money, and they're like, it's genius, dude. It's fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
It's like going to an AA meeting and sitting outside with some alcohol and like saying, guys, I have free booze. And all you want to do,
but they're only breezers though.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's only 5% alcohol, guys. Like, I'm not trying to get you to drink 40%. It's only 5%. That's what it's like. They know exactly what they're doing. That's why a lot of these cam girls that were literally cam girls are coming over to Twitch, and there's plenty of them. And I'm not saying like, don't think that I'm saying this in a negative way. Like, I'm not.
It's just reality. It's an observation of reality. It's literally
what's happening. It's literally, they have found a way to not only promote their Instagram, to get more Instagram followers, to get more sponsored money for lifestyle shit, to, you know, try on yoga pants, or to sell you some fucking weight loss tea or some or whatever the case may be. But now they found a website that is all gaming, and they found an exploit, and they're going directly after those people, taking money out of those communities to fatten their pockets when they have no desire whatsoever to play any video games or to be part of it. And in fact, the vast majority of them don't even know how to play video games.
You know what my favorite discoveries were, Jeff? I won't say who specifically, even though we've name dropped, or I've name dropped a couple. There have been a couple of these fine ladies who are getting their hustle on and making their money.
Get it?
Who got caught with YouTube videos being what's playing while they're pretending to play these games.
Yeah,
they're just running videos in the background.
I believe it. And you want to know what else is funny? That I actually watched this morning on one of those Twitch things. It was recommended on my YouTube for some reason. And so I click on it, and it's a chick. It's a girl streamer doing nothing, of course. She's sitting there. There's the chat on the screen and donation stuff up top. And she thought she turned off her stream. And she gets up. She's like, you know, she says goodbye to everybody. She gets up. And then there's somebody else in the room, like a dude or whatever, or some shit. And she goes, I just made an extra $40 for doing literally nothing. And she's making fun of these people that are giving her money. So like literally mocking, like she literally says for doing nothing. Like I just made, and she thought she turned the stream off. And then of course she's like, oh shit, I didn't. And she, you know, turns the stream off. They know exactly what they're doing. And it's not only being told through their friends, like they're calling up their girlfriend, yo babe, you know, you've got a nice ass and a good body, you know, you work out in the gym all the time, like you should really try out this Twitch thing. I'm not saying that you could, you know, you're going to be pulling in and getting thousands of subscribers, but I'm telling you, girl, you can make like an easy $500 a week. Like, and they just, oh yeah, fuck, what's this Twitch? Like, well, what is this? And then, you know, they start to adapt or start to bring on some of this gaming culture. You know, it starts with a couple plushies, and it starts with some swag, or then cosplay. You know, now they're cosplayers and are dressing up as gaming characters, and they're just like, they're leeching off the gaming world to get their own ways, which they have obviously no passion for, they don't care for, and the website is supposed to be a gaming thing. So, it's a hustle, and I respect the hustle.
My favorite thing in regards to this topic. I know we said we weren't going to talk, but this is such a good. It's a feel good topic. It's a family friendly topic, Jeff. My favorite is that I've seen. Once every few months, there's I can't remember what YouTube channel it is, but there's one that does like a bunch of like Twitch news and stuff of like what's been going down and if people have been banned,
drama alert shit or whatever.
I don't know. Well, there's several of them now, so because
there's all kinds.
Like drama alert style stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like, and I'll go and I'll watch them because they're kind of entertaining just to see what kind of dumpster fires have been happening. Especially now because they also include like YouTube streaming. So now you're getting like
even
the world of streaming. So it's just and YouTube, it just gets crazy. So once in a while, and one of the most kind of weird deja vu moments is every time, I'll name drop again because it's everywhere anyway, St. Peach's thing. And she has, and this was when why it drives me nuts with Twitch's TOS when they had like overtly sexual shit, and just how obvious some of the girls are with it. It actually pains me. But the camera will be up on like an angle more like you guys can see me, less about how the stream is seeing me right now. So more down because you have to have a down angle because it's the best angle and you get to see the goods the way that you want to display. But the camera is pointed exactly in such a way that whenever she needs to get up to go do something, which is with relative frequency, and she gets up to walk away. She's wearing, like, I watched several videos and a few times, and she's wearing, like, the same outfit in every one. I don't know if she only has, like, one outfit, but it was, like, a gray tank top.
It's the money-making one.
The gray tank top.
It's like when I put on the chainmail, money happens. Right? And
then it's like gray, like, booty shorts or whatever, but her booty shorts are legit booty shorts. Like, I can see her unborn grandchildren.
Cheeks. Yeah.
Like, it's the shit's deep. So when she gets up to go walk to the door every time, it's just you're just getting full. You're basically just seeing ass, and like bare fucking ass, and it's so obvious. And she does like she's got like
I can do it.
She's got she's got like a back problem. Like she's got like it's like scoliosis or some shit.
I can do it. I can do it. Here we go.
I can't get my back to.
So, those of you who are listening on the podcast, you guys are the lucky ones. I personally have just gone blind, so you guys are. Oh my god! Oh, Jeff, come on, put that away. Look, Adam was bad enough. Jeff is actually, Jeff's gotten asked for this to work.
It's
so you guys know I'm listening along. Adam was just two twigs attached to something.
I can't do it. I don't have the goods for it. That's why I'm not making the big bucks.
You're like one of them action figures. It's just like the legs and the joints.
Straight.
Yeah, and then everybody in the chat, she knows it too, right? And she looks back.
Dude, it gets highlighted just these fucking 5-second clips.
Yeah.
And it's like thick with a space in between every letter. It just
thick. And then you've got those emotes of
like just and everyone's pong champing everywhere, and you're like, what? And I'm sitting here going, Twitch, this is so like
Twitch, what you doing?
Fucking, what are you doing?
But here's the problem. Here's the problem for Twitch. What does Twitch do? Does Twitch go, hey, there's too much ass there, girl? Like, because then it's like it's a weird thing. It's kind of like if it was your daughter, for example, right? You could go and you could say, or even say your girlfriend to make it not as weird. But say it's like your girlfriend. And, you're going out for a nice date, and sure, you got to dress up. You got to, you're going to a nice restaurant where your meals are over $50 a pop. So you want to put on some decent clothes, right? You don't want to go out in sweats and a check 6 jersey.
But dad's waiting at the bottom of the stairs to check you before you go out the door.
Exactly. Right. So you're putting on the stuff. Now, if you come down and you're looking like some of these individuals, daddy might go, no, right? And it will do it in a loving way where it's like, no. You need to, or if you don't have that type of relationship with your daughter, maybe it's more of, are you sure that is, appropriate? Like,
are you wearing a bra?
Yeah.
Right now?
So, and then that would but how would Twitch go into that, right?
I see what you mean. But
because then she could go, what the, then she could make it like a discrimination, like
sure,
and that's a problem,
and
right?
let her do it. If I was going to have a problem as a company, you could put together a fucking sizzler reel for E3, those sizzler reels that you get at the end of all the fucking conferences where it's like hot 1 to 3 second clips of all that sexy CGI action you just saw. You could put together a sizzler reel of some of these chicks, and it would be legitimately 80% very, very specifically placed camera angle clothing to get. They're doing it to fuck with. It's almost like they're spitting in the face of the people who wrote the TOS, or like daring them. It's like, where is the line? They're like a 5-year-old child testing their parents. Where's the fucking line? Where can I cross?
So
can I? If I show my left nut, does that get me banned? What about my right nut? Because my left one hangs a bit lower. And so there's technically going to be more showing right now if my left one drops out of my shorts. But if it's the right, does that do it too? What if it's both? What if it's just a bulge, and not a big one, but just a bulge in general? What if I was wearing some tight shorts? If I was Ned Flanders in that shit. What does that do for me? That's what they're doing. So like, I don't see a problem. Hold on, I don't see a problem with Twitch doing that, because that shit is, in my opinion, overtly sexual. Not necessarily because she's just running around rampant fucking naked, or accidentally the whole thing, and all of a sudden she's the curtain call is out and everything else. It's just not necessarily that, but it's obviously overtly fucking with the line as hard as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the only purpose of that. Like, it's the sole purpose of it. There is no other value to it. That is the sole driving factor. It's kind of like,
I get it.
The unwritten rule on YouTube, when you were referencing or using somebody else's content, or if you were playing music in the background, if it was the main thrust of the content, you had a problem. Yep. But if it wasn't a main component of what was really making your show, then it was like, that's fine. That's my argument.
So
it is the thrust. Yeah.
Before Panic jumps in, I'll ask you, these types of streamers, right? And the reason why I'm picking on these girl streamers a little bit here, guys, is because there's no dude streamers doing this.
Because they wouldn't make money.
It just doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. So
nobody wants to see us out there.
The question is, if these chicks did not wear these shirts or did not show off their ass, are they as popular as they are?
No. Full stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Some of them, yes. Some of them, yes. Honest to God, because there are some that are out there that don't necessarily flirt with the line that hard. They do it, but they're way more modest about it.
Yeah,
like
some of them are just beautiful. Like some of them are great looking chicks. They don't need to show off their body. No. They just look good, and they have. And we've talked about
girls that got caught up in that crossfire in the past of just like for no reason getting banned for stupid shit. But we're not talking about those cases at all. But yeah, go ahead, Panic.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things. It's actually spot on with what you guys said, but the problem it also comes down to is there are tons of legitimate like female streamers, girl gamer, all of them. They're legit. Like content is solid. Oh, yeah. They do and the problem is they get lumped in with people who do this crap. I mentioned a couple of times I had some legal troubles with previous client with like the whole immigration stuff, but I literally, and I can talk about this now since it's pretty much resolved. My lawyer literally got what you were talking about. He got a sizzle reel from CIS saying, and the question was like, so again, we've seen some stuff and we've done some research based on, prior stuff that was submitted for other things. What makes this person different from sites like, and then they listed a couple, and my lawyer would like watch the video and he's
Exactly.
like, you're the expert in the space in that area. I don't know too much about it, so I need you to explain this to me. And then he showed me the video, and I literally just sat there, and I was just like,
I don't know how to respond to that.
I'm just like, I was just like,
Yeah.
damn, okay, no, they did their research. And like, I ended up just being like, yeah, don't dispute it. Like, it's just like
it is. But I don't.
like
I don't
awkward.
think. I don't think it's a problem. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's obviously a problem if people get lumped in. But I think that people get lumped in only if they are making snap judgments.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to stuff like, I'll use St. Peach again, picking on her, it's whatever. But when she's doing the walk out the door shit that's so blatantly fucking obvious, because you could almost have a 3-hour fucking like reel of her doing it because it's with such frequency. And it looks the same everywhere, and it's just like we said, the scolio, everyone's just fucked up back, the whole 9 yards. You obviously don't do that on the you don't levy a warning or anything on the first go or anything like that. That's some shit that builds up over time. And then you're like, all right, you're abusing the system here, which is more of the problem than the act itself. Is the abuse of the system, in my opinion, because again. Myself, Jeff, Panic, neither of the three of us actually have a problem with these girls using themselves in whatever fucking way they want to.
It's their body. They can do whatever
they do whatever the fuck they want. It's how it interacts with the site that we're talking about and the implications. That's what we're getting at. And yeah, we have some fun with it because I know I don't have a problem with you doing it. I'm still gonna poke fun at it. Yeah.
If you're on Chatterbait or Chat Roulette or whatever these sites are where you're actually doing what these people are doing without really acts of sexual things, then I wouldn't go on that site and start hammering on people for getting up and showing their ass. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
So when you're going on Twitch and you're doing not exactly, but within context, what these other females or males on those sites are doing, then what do you expect? And you play up on all of that. You play up it in the chat. You double down on it on Patreon, where that the stuff that you're showing on Patreon you cannot show on Twitch, but you're giving them a taste of you're giving them the appetizer before the meal.
It's that teaser trailer in the movie theater.
Trailer.
That's intelligent.
Yes, and you know exactly what you're doing. And listen, I'm gonna poke fun at you for doing it because you're in my world.
Here's the other part that I wanted to say before, because I wanted you guys to weigh in on that other section. And this is might blow your mind and trigger you guys even harder, but I actually think what they're doing is like a form of like cultural appropriation and exploitation.
All right, I need you to elaborate on the cultural appropriation part.
Because think about it, and Jeff was alluding to it earlier. Again, not lumping people into the group, but there's definitely a thing. Yep. They have no actual interest in it. They're just using it for access and getting in. And
so then I would agree with the cultural exploitation, but
then they take it in for other stuff.
They're not really. Yeah.
So here's the thing, and it's not just in gaming, it's not just on Twitch. Cosplay community is actually really susceptible to it too. There's a lot of fantastic makers and cosplayers out there who get overshadowed by models who couldn't cut it in the necessary space, actors who couldn't cut it. They'd be like, you know what? I'm just going to start making these outfits, or I'm just going to start buying these outfits. Those
Anime titties, bro. Anime titties.
And then they're like, I'm just going to model and do this because I got this other niche market that I can get into, but they don't have an interest in it. And the problem is there's so many people who are super passionate and dedicated about it, but they get overshadowed. They get blown out of the way. A friend of mine, fantastic cosplayer, makes great cosplays, like actually does all the fab work herself. She is actually a model and does a bunch of other stuff, but she's sitting on Patreon. She doesn't go as far as, other models does, but she does like a lot of, she does photo shoots that are really, in line with
Well,
what
she's a model.
Yeah,
She's
for
a
the
legit model.
she does like photo shoots in line with what the characters would do. Like she does like full location, all this other stuff. And Patreon slapped an 18 plus on her Patreon just because she's a cosplayer.
Yeah.
And it's just like none of
the
the stuff
same
she does is even remotely close to 18 plus.
It's the same thing with the voiceover industry that I'm learning too is, I'm getting coaching from a real professional voice actor that lives in LA that has worked on many video games for Blizzard, you name it. And he's a real professional. And then I've also been getting some talks with other people that are sort of just in the industry. And then also watching a lot of YouTube videos on people that are in the industry and in voiceover work. It's kind of the same thing that we're talking about here, especially what Panic was saying, where there are real seasoned people that love the voice acting art and the industry. They're
fully immersed in it.
They're fully immersed in it. They've trained. They've taken it seriously. They've put in the work. They respect the art. They follow the rules, so to speak, the terms of service, without crossing the line.
They respected the discipline.
They respect exactly. But then there's guys like me, right, that are new, right? But I'm also a different type of breed because I understand hard work. I understand arts because I've been sort of an artist myself for so many years. So I get the struggle. I know the grind. I understand the industry, and it's something that I'm interested in. But then there are people that, are told, hey, you've got a really nice voice, or hey, you've got a really nice audio setup. Why don't you go and do some voice acting stuff? So, which is fine, which is totally fine. But they have no interest in it. They don't have no passion for it. Not saying that you can't create passion for it or learn to love it, but a lot of people will do it for the sake of doing it. So there are sites that you can do work for on the cheap, and so they're undercutting a lot of the professionals out there. They're taking work from the people that have put in the grind and the effort and that are classically trained. It's just that technology has come so far that anybody with a little wallet can go and buy a Neumann or go and buy whatever mics you guys are using.
The Electro Voice.
Exactly. And you can create something of value. You don't need to have a $200,000 studio in LA or New York and go there. So you can go in your own home. You can make something that's serviceable and undercut everybody. And you're just in it to take advantage of an industry to milk it. And listen, get your hustle on. It's the same sort of thing that we're talking about here. But when it comes to the professionals, the ones that have been in there, they talk shit on those people. They can't stand those people. They understand why they do it. And trust me, there's a lot of people that get in there and make tons of money because they do have a good voice, because they do have a decent microphone, and there's people that are willing to pay for your stuff. They don't want to pay a professional $2,000 to do a 30-second spot when somebody like myself could go in that's just hungry to get work and to actually make money, and that will do it for $500.
That's a little different. That's like a little different because you being hungry, again, you're just getting into it. You've acknowledged that. But the thing is, you're taking lessons now.
Exactly.
And you also have like a natural ability for it. So, you're not going into it with a malicious intent. Yeah. You're actually like throwing yourself into it.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're just starting out.
I'm just starting out.
It's a very different story than
I understand.
Knowing you're exploiting a scene. Like this is something you want to do.
100%. And there are plenty of female streamers that go on Twitch that are new to it, and it's okay to be new. But actually are really fascinated by this industry and fascinated by building a community, having fun, abiding by the rules, not trying to bend them in your favor or trying to exploit certain parts for their monetary gain, strictly for a hustle. And once again, there's nothing wrong with doing that if that's what you want to do. Like, go and make your money and go and hustle. But people are going to say things.
People talk.
People talk, and they have the right to talk. And a lot of them, they don't care. They're making their money, and they shouldn't. Go ahead and do your thing and move on because you don't care.
The other takeaway is, and again, because I guarantee you someone at some point is going to, like, if someone looks at this, they're going to try to take it out of context.
Fuck them.
But yeah, exactly. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Our opinion doesn't fucking matter. Just as much as whatever you think your opinion is, we might not freaking care.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have it. We're allowed to have it. That's it. Like,
yeah. I mean, if one of those chicks want to come on the podcast and want to try and school us, I'd be more than happy to listen to them and hear out their points of view and be respectful.
Yep.
Because I'm going by what I see, and it isn't like me tuning in one time and seeing this. Like Adam said, you can create 3-hour sizzle reels of this that is going on 24/7, and maybe there's something that I'm not getting that they could explain to me. But I think it's as clear as I think it's peachy clear. No pun intended.
Yeah, it's it is for a lot of them, you know, a cultural exploitation. I don't necessarily know if I follow with the appropriation so much, but the exploitation for sure is there, and that is the defining difference between what you were describing, Jeff, and what we're experiencing here is there's a difference between entering a space and not having any passion or interest in it, but doing it just because you have the assets, and then doing it because you have the assets, but also you are intentionally exploiting not just the system necessarily, but the people who are a part of the system, because ultimately the idea is, and the reality is, like Jeff said forever ago now, the demographic here is a lot of thirsty fucking guys. I know sometimes people don't want to admit that's the way that it is, but
we're dudes.
It's just the way it is. It's just a bunch of thirsty dudes.
We have our bias and slants. Like, we have our bias and slants.
And again, people don't like stereotypes, but they're there for a reason. And the gaming community, even in glorious 2018, is just full of extra thirsty fucking dudes, because the fact of the matter is, a lot of people that are in this game, in the gaming community, are the people who are not necessarily part of the group that are likely getting laid all the fucking time. It's just,
amen.
It's
reality. Sorry.
It's just, that's just the show. So to know, have that knowledge and wield it in such a way that not only is exploitive of that community, but also exploitive of the platform, despite the fact that the platform is apparently freely enjoying themselves being exploited. Maybe it's Twitch's fucking fetish, I don't know, but that's where it gets extra scummy. And again, you're free to do it. It's just my opinion, man. You do whatever you need to do to make money, as long as you're literally not out there killing people on a daily basis. But
you get it, boo boo.
Yeah, for sure. I do think though that the fact of the matter is, no matter whether or not it would ever be admitted ever by anyone, fact of the matter is, a lot of the people at Twitch are guys, and full stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-explanatory, and nobody's going to want to admit it, but there are reasons why girls get away with a lot of fucking shit, and it doesn't necessarily explain away the girls who haven't stepped over the line that get banned, and then others that literally have their fucking vagina on display on stream and getting these like tiny little fucking slap on the wrists and then send you out the door, because not only are they super attractive, but they're also high profile.
Yeah.
That's just fucking, that's pretty much it. Which is a great fucking segue, by the way. Just smashing the segues out of the park tonight, gentlemen. Into our next topic, which is that Riot Games is a fucking... If there was ever a time to use one of the shittiest buzzword phrases, things of the bro culture, Riot Games is the poster child of bro culture. Not that we didn't need a in-depth reporting of said culture to understand that, but we got it anyway. And it was one of the few things that I've read in a while from Kotaku that involved the words sexism or sexist in the title.
That article was actually well written, though. I was surprised.
That was actually not complete hot dog shit. or horribly slanted in one way or the other.
It wasn't even. I read the entire thing. I actually read it again because I was like,
yes,
this is actually like well researched. They have a lot of sources,
super rare,
and a lot of different people, like a lot of different demographics. I'm like, this is like well executed piece. Like
when
this
I was
is what we would want to read if we're looking into an issue.
Yeah, when I hopped in on, it was like one of Panic's Twitter threads or whatever, and I asked for context.
Oh yeah, with Benny.
And then Benefits came in and linked it or whatever, and I was like, literally, if anyone else outside of this thread fucking linked me this shit, I wouldn't have touched it with a 100-foot fucking pole. Because it was from Kotaku and it had the word sexism in it, and so I just checked out of that shit immediately. However, I went and read it, and then pleasantly surprised, once in a million, lottery-winning type shit. It was an article that was well-written, well-sourced, and highlighted some things that I think a lot of people already knew was going on or likely to be going on within Riot, but now it's like super out in the open. And after that was posted, another relatively well-known member of the video game dev community, who happens to also be female, and I have her Tumblr blog thing posted there too for you gents, came out and told her story about her 6 months there, which was honestly even more interesting than the article was, because it was a particularly great first-hand account of it. And it wasn't some random person that you've never heard of before, is like off on the side or whatever. This is currently somebody who works at Crystal Dynamics, and she's a relatively well known in the gaming community as it stands. So, she didn't have to. She doesn't even work there anymore. She's still working actively within the industry. Came out and told her piece, and it very much was reflective of what the Kotaku article highlighted in general.
All right, so give us some context here, Adam. What's going on?
So, I don't know if you opened up any of this to just browse it a little bit.
There are paragraphs.
Dude, it's a long
paragraphs, and I'm not about to sit here and read.
Well,
this
I
whole
wasn't
thing
expecting
right
you
now.
to, because it took me.
Can you paraphrase what's going on in here?
It took me a while to read it. All right, so here's how this went down. Riot was founded by a couple of dude bros, right? And those dude bros.
Rich dude bros.
Really, well, they weren't at the time, but eventually now they are, for sure.
Oh yeah.
But they were some fucking dude bros, okay? And when the company was formed, they set out with the idea of the corporate culture was to perpetuate not necessarily the dude bro, but the true, what they considered in their terms to be like these true gamer types, and to keep the company full of nothing but the core true gamers, and everything else didn't fucking matter. It didn't really matter how skilled you were. It did to a degree, but the way that they even outlined it in their hiring practices was that if you had a deficiency in what they considered to be not being a true gamer, you needed to make up for in orders of magnitude on your skill level for you to be considered somebody that they would even bring in to the company. And they are still operating under that framework today. And unfortunately, it's also spawned a few other side problems. For one, the 90% of the company, I believe it's written in there, are men at Riot. And which we've talked about equality in the workforce before and people being interested in it, but Riot is only runs League of Legends, and League of Legends has a lot of fucking women playing that game and a lot of interest in League of Legends. And so if there was going to be a case study for there might be something fucky going on here, a 90-10 split at a company like Riot might be a relatively good look into what's going on. And so what was eventually found out is that women are legitimately held down to fucking there. They're put in horribly uncomfortable situations.
Held down to fucking?
Actually, literally in a couple of instances, not in a rapey sense, but there is a culture in the management of openly discussing sleeping with or like racking up a total of who they've slept with of the female population of the company in their subordinates. As well as cosplayers that they bring in and how many of them they're slaying. Like they're like just there's this weird fucking like fraternity like
it reminds me a lot of when I worked in the serving industry.
Yeah,
it sounds very and it's a lot of young people, right? It's a lot of young people, and it's even worse when there's young people with power and money.
Yeah.
And also in the gaming world as well. And I'm not I'm in no way condoning this. You're
just saying that there are other industries in which this happens.
There are other industries in which this happens, but also in the gaming world, it's almost this is going to sound really bad as well, but we're seeing it. Not only did we just talk about it for the last 30 minutes with the girls, some of these girl streamers, but you also see it a lot in terms of just women in the gaming world in general. I find they are portrayed a lot of the time as sex objects or sexy symbols of some sort. It's almost like
they're literally objectified.
Yes, they really are. And not, whether they're objectifying themselves, which the vast majority of them do, but they also do it, I think, also because of necessity. They almost need to do it to be noticed or to be accepted or to feel part of. But you even see this at conventions. You go to PAX, you go to TwitchCon, any of these, you'll see these you'll see the nerd gamer guys with the more attractive than they are, women.
Reality.
It's reality. Women that are more attracted to them. And let's be real, there might be a small percentage that these dude gamers, I'm sure they're nice people. They really truly are. And they probably give everything they have to these women because likely, like what we just said before, a lot of these nerds, and I love being a nerd, I'm right in there. They probably don't have they probably never had a lot of girl experience or a lot of or a lot of women experience. Maybe this is their first real girlfriend, or maybe they're taking advantage of the fact that they're popular and that they have a little bit of money. Maybe their confidence is up. And
they discussed that in the article, actually, where the what are known as the rioters, right? So riot employees within the League of Legends community, and which extends into the cosplay and everything else outside of that. They're pretty much they're looked at with particularly high regard. They're like the god status, right? Because they're the people working on the game. They're the ones that are pushing the buttons and making stuff happen. And so there's a lot of but if you read the article, honest to God, so there's like some shit that even bothers me. So and I'm not really like huge on a lot of the stuff that's been coming up lately, but this is probably the first what I would consider to be vastly legitimate case of fuckery that we've seen.
Dude, here's the thing though, like and I'm sure you guys have seen some of it. I've seen it in a lot of aspects. Like I've been working in big companies, small companies, and on the tech side, but I've had a lot of exposure to just random companies and like various things I've been running through. So it's been like I've seen ridiculous shit in esports and gaming. In terms of just like how people act towards women versus it's definitely got that. Like I was reading the Riot article and they talk about like the frat boy mentality and all that other stuff, and I'm like,
it's absolutely
no. I've been to events and there's people who are like in public in front of normal people acting like that, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's kind of messed up. Like
no, it is. And Jeff and I would have seen it at conventions.
You guys have seen it too.
Like it's fucking weird because you're like, they're young, and I hate fucking saying young.
It's not even young people,
because we're not young anymore, motherfucker. No. We're 30 years old and plus, right? This is not that's young. Is you're 16 and you can't even see past your own fucking barely pubed dick. That's young. You're 30, you're 25, you're over that part, you're an adult, motherfucker. Now you get to learn to act like one, but in this industry, whether it's esports or whether it's the gaming industry, because of the demographic, that it's already a predominantly male thing, but now you're predominantly male within the gaming industry, which we've already just talked about. Even from a viewer perspective, or the people that are playing games, they're usually outsiders or outcasts, or less than the popular crowd that would be exposed to all that. And it's like they get out into this and they had they weren't popular in high school, but now they're popular. Now they're working at Riot, and now they want to have their high school moment where they get to go and be fuckboys and get away with it, even though they're 25, 30, 35 years old. And then they do it. And because they're surrounded by other hundreds, and in Riot's case, thousands of other dudes working at this company who are vastly in the same kind of position that they were in, it's a giant echo chamber, and everyone's high-fiving and fucking fist bumping and calling each other faggots and all this other, which is part of the article, or not the article, but the blog post. The girl was sitting there, and because you're apparently encouraged to play League of Legends. Basically, if you're not sleeping, shitting, eating, or working, you're playing League of Legends, whether you're in the office or not. And she'd be just hearing in the office, just dudes just like calling each other, screaming at each other like faggots and pussies, and doing like, it was like they were like a 15-year-old in front of a computer playing games, but in a corporate fucking office of professionals trying like. And she said it was like uncomfortable as fuck, which I don't blame her. I would be uncomfortable sitting in a corporate head office. Just hearing people throwing that language around all the time would be weird. I wouldn't be able to take them seriously anymore. Like, I have to trust you to do work. You're in here screaming that shit, and I have to trust you to do work. But the thing that bothered me most, because it really encapsulates not only what exists in the gaming industry, but it's a thing that I will absolutely back almost 100% of the time in regards to problems in the corporate workplace. And I bet you Panic has probably seen this happen too. And Jeff, maybe even you with your work experience, is that one of Riot's policies is that you got to be a fucking go-getter. You got to grab it by the balls type shit. Apparently they call themselves a meritocracy. So it's everything's on merit, everything's on skill, and you got to go and get it. And if you don't, nothing's given to you. And so you have to be assertive. They want you to be assertive, to get in there and fucking, point out when things are wrong, or bring your ideas out to the table and talk over top of other people in meetings, which is apparently a really popular thing. It's just screaming over top of each other to get your ideas out and shit. And when the men do it, it's praised. And when the women do it, they're all crazy, or they're all emotional, or they're all hormonal. And then
I've had that happen at another job. Like and not my current one, actually, my current company. And this is not just because I work there right now.
Yeah.
Like, I am a minority guy, in what was originally a predominantly white industry. So like, I've seen shit happen. I've been looked over for promotions. Shit's happened. All this other stuff. But like, where I'm at right now currently is one of the most diverse places, and they don't just talk the talk, they actually walk the walk, and they call out negative connotation stuff and all that really well. But I've been at places where I've heard not like what they said, right, but I've seen people get overlooked on promotions. Oh, they're too aggressive, they're too ambitious, and I'm like, that shit pisses me off, because I'm just like, you're the best candidate for the fucking job.
But it's usually, those are usually applied to women. Almost
exactly. I've seen that happen. To women specifically.
So
I'm like, what is this bullshit?
When it's a guy, it's a positive trait. When it's a girl, they're batshit crazy. They're fucking on their period,
or they're not
going to
stay in a job long enough. Or
like there's this long laundry list of shit that gets applied to women, and that shit pisses me off, because there was a lot of examples given there, and then the girl that worked there for 6 months recounted her situation where when she had first got there. Not long after, they had one of the CEOs or whatever come into the office to do like an AMA type thing, and like a feedback, like you get to anonymously write down your ideas or questions, and then the CEO would be answering all those questions. And so one of her questions that she had was why why do all the women in League of Legends look the same or have the same body type? Like with the male characters, we've got everything from Gragas down to fucking Ziggs. You got like the tiny little fur ball all the way up to a fat slobbery fuck, and everything in between. But with women, regardless of what the backstory of their character is, they're like the 5'7", 120 pounds, C cup tits pushed up to their face, the whole night. Like it's the same character with like a slight repaint for every single one of them. Why can't we have? And then I think what she wrote was like, why don't we have like a female Gragas, for example? Valid question. Perfectly fucking normal. Sent that up. They said, oh, this is a really good question. So much so that, would whoever wrote this like to, stand up so we can have a talk about it? And she was a little apprehensive about doing so, and rightfully so, because this went from anonymous to now I'm going to be standing up in front of everyone else, and they're going to know that I'm the one that asked that question. And when she did, then there was the answer of, well, it's what people want. And people, I don't fucking know. It's whatever the hell, I guess was really what men wants. And then she realized when she stood up, and when her idea got shot down so hard, and everyone's looking at her, it's mostly dudes, that she just painted a target on her back. And she said before she got back to her desk, there were guys already going over to her, just basically shitting on the idea and being like, women want, apparently one of them was like, women don't want to look at ugly women. They want to play, they want to feel beautiful when they play the game. And then she said another female worker, like, laughed out loud when she heard that shit, because it was like the most absurd shit. It's like a man is sitting here telling a woman, what the women would want as characters in the game. It's crazy.
Yeah, most women that are playing League of Legends, there's no representation for them. I mean, not all these women have like perfectly shaped bodies and titties and a sexy voice or what most men would perceive sexy.
And why would that even if that was like, why do they all have to be that way? Like, I wouldn't mind a female Gragas. That'd be pretty dope.
Well, because they don't, by the sounds of it, they're more interested in what men want than what females want, right? Not only for them, but the player. Like a dude wants to play a chick that looks sexy and wants to see her sexy animations and get her sexy skins and whatever. That's just the way it is. Like, why don't they just man up and say, listen, having a female Gragas or whatever is not gonna make as many millions as a sexy Cleopatra or whatever the fuck is in the game, or Arya or whatever, or Lux. It's not gonna sell as much, and we're in a business of making money. Like, why don't they say that? Because it's obviously their truth, right? That's like,
now since she had this experience, they've had a couple of releases of what would be female characters that don't necessarily fit that mold. But I would say there might be two like maybe I guess, but yeah, it is obvious in it, but again for me, it's the whole outlining what they want corporate culture. The corporate culture is fucking terrible. They're treating women horribly. If you really want to know, go read the article. It's been blasted everywhere. I think it's got 1 million views on Kotaku at this point. Wow. Which for an article.
Did Riot come out and say anything about this yet?
I don't think so.
They disagreed with it.
Oh, did they come out and say something? Well,
I don't think they came out like on a huge level, but they said, we did the standard PR release.
Yeah. Oh, it's this might happen, in small pockets, and we're a big company and we can't be everywhere at all times, and
the other side of it was the reason we're kind of getting this now, especially with a lot more people coming forward, or the NDAs are kind of running out, and people, non-competes and all that other stuff. So people feel like, oh, things have sufficiently moved on that if I say something now, I'll be okay. Because again, part of the issue is a lot of the women involved here, they rightfully so feared retaliation if they spoke out, because effectively they're like, oh, we just left Riot. If I say something now, I'm going to be fucked if I try to get a job in the industry later. So they kind of let things settle out first.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
look,
is unfortunate. But
look, people talk about sex sells and everything, and it totally does. But I'm just tired of hearing the shit because it does to a degree. But the fact of the matter is, with League of Legends, League is one of, like I said before, one of the few games. If you look at the demographics, where the ratio of male to female, the females are actually at a reasonable fucking ratio for that game for certain. And then on top of that, you have something like, or in comparison to that, you have like Overwatch. Also, lots of females in the gaming scene for Overwatch. And Overwatch has gone out of their way more than any other game in the history of ever that I could think of from a competitive standpoint that sells skins anyway, that have females that represent nationality, body type, and everything in fucking between. Like
there's no Overwatch character for me, bro.
They're getting there. They're working on it. It'll happen.
Well, the closest is for you is what, Symmetra?
Yeah,
Symmetra.
Symmetra is Middle Eastern, bro.
Well, it's the closest.
They haven't hit the Bengali sector yet. They haven't got there.
Man.
They haven't hit
where's my inclusivity, man?
Yeah.
I don't feel included.
One Overwatch character for every country in the world incoming.
I'm down for that shit.
They gotta have a hardcore Canadian. That's what they need to do.
Well, there was
Like
they hinted
Canadian.
at Farah being partially Canadian too, like the father was supposed to be like native to Canada, and then like her mother was.
We need a
Egyptian.
big dude with an axe that wears like fucking like
A
flannel,
lumberjack, like
lumberjack,
Reinhardt.
yeah, like a lumberjack thing. Is
How does Reinhardt not have a fucking lumberjack skin yet? Come on,
that'd be perfect, dude. Yeah, it'd be perfect.
give him some red flannel and a fucking axe. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll go play Overwatch just for that right now. You bring that
could
shit
work.
out.
That could work.
I would be diggity down for that. But yeah, so that's a thing. Definitely go check it out. And then if you want to look up that other girl's recantation of her experience.
Recantation? She went back on it?
Oh no, sorry. I'm
Like-
conflating two words. Her,
Okay.
her explanation, her account
Okay.
of,
It's like,
her account
did they
of.
recant?
I'm definitely no. She definitely did not recant.
Okay.
I just totally
Alright.
merged. My brain just merged two fucking words there. But her account of her 6 months before she quit. She actually, just to give an idea, she sold pretty much everything down to a container and just shipped herself across the pond to have this job arrive. She wanted it so bad and she was so excited for it. And then she quit 6 months in, and then basically went like no money, no cell phone, no anything for a while, and then had to stay within her lane to get Riot's assistance just to get back to the fucking States. So it was a pretty gnarly situation, and you can check that out as well if you look up. I think her name is Megan Marie. You can check that out. But definitely an interesting time, and
It was refreshing to read a set of pieces that, again, first party accounts are definitely helpful, but that
it
were
wasn't
actually
so
trying. They were trying to get to the root of the issue as opposed to just being a
Yes.
straight up hit piece
Yes.
or ultra biased cause piece.
Yes.
Like they were legitimately trying to like raise awareness, bring discussion to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, these are the kinds of articles that we need, not the other tripe we get where it's like obviously they're trying to do like a hit piece at the same time.
Yeah, it wasn't another one
It
of
was like
those.
hard
We
and
need
fast facts and
to
details.
discuss toxic masculinity and we brought on experts, 3 of which
No, this
just
is
started
like
writing on the internet.
anecdotal cases, proof, discussions,
Yeah.
evidence backed with like multiple witnesses, and like what,
Proper reporting.
That's what you need to actually get this shit to like go away.
Yeah, and Kotaku, keep doing that. Stop
Yes.
doing whatever the fuck that other article was, and keep doing whatever this is, because this is called real reporting. And
And
whatever
this is
that
good
other
shit.
shit was, that is some useless stuff that's taking up space on the internet that could be used for porn. Moving on to something that was just kind of funny to me, and then we're going to get into some more lighthearted things afterwards. The PUBG has the dev had one of the best things I've ever heard. PUBG's dev came out and says, "All right, guys, look. the bugs and problems that PUBG has are limiting its full potential. That was an actual... They felt it... They felt...
Jeff's face right
They
now.
felt it necessary to actually utter such words.
I saw the campaign they got going on called like Fix
And they have
PUBG.
it's a campaign. They have a website dedicated called Fix PUBG. And it's like this whole thing that has like their timelines for when they're gonna like get certain things done and whatnot. And it's like this big push to try and fix all the bugs and everything. And I'm just sitting here and I laughed when I saw it because I was like, that is, I mean, he's not, they're not wrong, but damn it if that isn't one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking read this year. And then
we're publicizing and PRing our fixing.
And then why now?
Yeah. You lost already, boys.
Right? Like, why now? Why wasn't this Fix PUBG after we made 900 million in 9 months, and then Fix PUBG so that before Fortnite took a massive foothold, we still were really in fighting condition?
No, Fortnite took a massive dump on their table, and now they're realizing, oh shit, that second 900 million we wanted ain't coming.
But
we should probably fix PUBG, bro.
They're still out there saying, it's people are overreacting. They don't know our processes. They're coming up with shit.
They don't have processes. We already established this.
So one of the things that highlighted this whole thing, and you know how everyone's always been esports ready about PUBG forever. It was PUBG was like the epicenter for the meme of esports ready. Well, they had their Worlds event thing not that long ago. They had the Invitational or whatever, and it was like this $3 million event, and they had $1 million kind of pro-am with Doc and Shroud being there too for charity. This is a big, huge fucking event. And at this event, before the event started, all the players had to go into this room, and they had the devs from PUBG explain to them places on the map where the game was fucked and broken. And that if they exploited any of it, they would be disqualified. So they actually had to have a sit down to go over the bugs and shit that they aren't allowed to exploit before this thing happens. Then they get in, and the tournament actually runs relatively smoothly. It's a little awkward. There's 20 teams, 80 players. It's hard to keep track of all that shit. But Shroud and Doc eventually show up for the $1 million charity event thing. And it gets to the point where Shroud's feeling it. And Shroud's no fucking joke at PUBG. And he's out there tearing some shit to pieces. And he's in a situation where he's 2v1 on the ground. And he has one of his famous, because he comes from Counter-Strike. He's a snap shooter, like in Counter-Strike. And he just turns it, snaps, finds the dude's head on the rooftop, and just fucking lights his ass up. And it's so fucking good. And his partner's up there, though. And they're behind they're behind this little section of the roof, and he's getting rezzed by his partner who's up on the roof, and Shroud can't see his partner. And I put the video there, Jeff, and it's only a couple seconds long, and I'm gonna, for those on YouTube, for those of you on the RSS feed, you won't hear this right now, but just listen and watch.
Surely there's no hope now. Ballot goes down, Shroud swiftly gets
it's only like 30 seconds.
Oh, what a shot! Shroud is an animal right now, but can he do more?
Please net him. Please.
Shroud.
Oh, they call it.
Please do
Go
it.
on, Shroud. Let's see what you can do.
The rocket's going up. It comes down. It
bounces. How is he alive?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay then. Rick.
So if you went and looked this up, you just literally Google search Shroud grenade PUBG or something, and it will pop up. You can watch it. But what happens is he throws that grenade after downing the first guy, and it's a running. If you watch Shroud, he runs, jumps, throws the grenade, and it could not have been any more fucking perfect. He even cooked the fucking grenade. Perfect.
Those dudes went, oh fuck.
Took one bounce, grenades up in the air, and just explodes, and neither of them die. and the casters, one of the casters calls it. He goes, "Oh, please nade him, please fucking nade him, please do it," because he knows Shroud's got the skills to fucking make it happen. And his caster, he wants to scream, he wants to get up and yell by watching that shit happen, and so he calls it. And it happens, and Shroud fucking does it, and so I could just see the casters getting ready to fucking go, and then the grenade hits, and none of them die, and they both just go silent, and they're like,
Okay.
And it was unfortunate because on the stream, it was just this really it was like this perfect angle to watch everything unfold. And it just outlined another one of PUBG's horrible bullshit moments. But what made that funnier was when PUBG came out and tried to start explaining this shit away. The first thing they said was, it's because of the camera angle. What you didn't see is how far the grenade was away from those guys before it went off, and that's why they survived that shit.
Yeah, but you could see it physically bounce on that little ledge.
Yeah, exactly. So if
above.
that was the case, what it tells me is the grenades in PUBG are literally made of high density rubber that's like you're gonna hit some shit and go for a kilometer after it hits the fucking thing. Because if a grenade goes off and you're inside of 20 fucking feet, you're in some shit. And if you're already hurt,
if you're within like 40 feet, you're in some shit.
yeah. And so that's not a great excuse. But then if you click on the Twitter link that I have there, one of the devs, and this didn't get too much because it's just some I don't even know if it was a dev or whatever, or if it was just somebody that was trying to explain this shit away, but he even has Microsoft Paint up and he's drawing diagrams and shit of how this grenade hit and where the two players were and the camera layout and everything. Like, he goes full Microsoft Paint to try and show what's going on here, which makes it look even more fucking ridiculous.
You want to know what that makes it even sadder? If they had a proper fucking spectator mode, they can just go back to the replay and just pan the camera around to show everything.
Well, they did
have
they did kind of have another view that was closer down, and it showed the grenade go out of view, but and then they had an image. They had an image of what website was that on? Shit, I can't find it anymore. But they actually had an image, and they showed like an aerial view of the situation, and they drew a little red circle on like the rooftop of where the grenade would have landed, and the grenade was about 15 feet. Their projected was about 15 feet, which is still kill range, even if you like not take into consideration that both of them were likely already hurt. One of them is in a down state.
Yeah, one of them's down. One of them's
a grenade goes off. And the guy who wasn't in a down state has, if you watch that video again, has like a fucking nose hair of health left, and the other guy's still alive, because being downed in PUBG, you actually are more durable than if you're up with level 3 fucking armor. So it's just, it was just a perfect highlight to the hashtag esports ready fuckery that PUBG has been, I don't even want to say combating, because they haven't really been combating it. But yeah, it was kind of kind of stupid. So yeah, so that was the thing. Save PUBG, fix PUBG. They actually made a website for it. It's the first time I've ever seen a developer go out of the way to make a fucking website for something like this shit.
Some marketing guy, some web group, they had to actually go and do this shit. Can you imagine how face numbing or mind numbing that must have been for them?
That is some shit. And what's it gonna do? Probably nothing. We're gonna find out, because they have the timeline basically for this year. We'll see what happens, how much of it's actually fixed. But oh my god, but what do you do in that situation? Your two options are the grenade hit and should have done way more damage than it did because it's a fucking grenade, or if your comeback to that is the grenade bounced so far away the grenade did no damage. How fucking bouncy are your grenades? This was thrown from like 5 stories down on ground level up to a fucking top of a building. It lost 90% of its momentum by the time it gets to the top. It hits concrete, and you want me to believe that this shit bounced like 40 feet off to the other side of it's a grenade. The shit's not even perfectly round, for fuck's sake. And you like what? See, you're fucked either way. It's so freaking silly. But yeah, PUBG continues to struggle to be anything but stupid, and they refuse to just.
The struggle is stupid, bruh.
They refuse to admit when they fuck up. But at least now they've said, for whatever reason they decided to, all of these bugs are really limiting PUBG's full potential. No shit,
Sherlock.
What a fucking statement that is.
Did you think they hired someone who came in and was like, bro, look, I think we know the problem here. If you fix the game, all these problems that are limiting you guys,
Like an auditor.
like they hired a consultant or something.
Yeah, like a consultant or an auditor came in and was like, all right, guys, look, I just spent the last 6 months painstakingly combing through your entire development process. And I am prepared to tell you, after you've paid me a $250,000 retainer plus hours worked, let me tell you, what's really holding your game back right now? It's fucking full of bugs. And then they just went and put that shit on social media. That sounds like a PUBG Corp type thing to do. Just blow a bunch of money on somebody coming in to tell them their problems, and then when their problems are what the community's been telling them forever, it's just such a perfect, like, poetic fucking thing for them to do. I could just see it happening. On a little bit more lighter note, Monster Hunter World PC launched today.
I really want to get that game.
And it immediately blew the record for a Japanese release on Steam out of the water, like instantaneously. So the world was waiting for Monster Hunter World to show up on Steam, and they downloaded the shit out of it. I watched some of Hot Samus Liz, buddy of mine, play it. He was a hardcore Monster Hunter addict. Shit is his life. And it looks great. Runs super well. It's what you would have wanted the console version to look like, because it looks so fucking good, but it ran like shit even on a PS4 Pro. But now we're seeing Monster Hunter 60 frames a second. There are some issues with it, but it will be patched out, I'm sure, in terms of performance and whatnot. You turn off volumetric lighting or volumetric fog or whatever, and it not only does the game look better if you do that, but it also boosts your performance by like 30 or 40%, something crazy like that. But it looks good, runs great, sells well. Next up after that, and our last bit of gaming news, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct for Super Smash Bros. For the Switch. What are they calling it? Ultimate, I think it was, right? Super Smash Bros. Like Ultimate? I can't remember the name is. I just call them all Super Smash. I'm a plebeian that just calls it everything because it's a different console. Just fuck it. It's this generation's Super Smash. And it is like the Super Smash Brothers to end all Super Smash Brothers. This shit is getting real. They already had included an unholy amount of characters and stages and everything else before we got to this Nintendo Direct. But now we're seeing some real numbers come out, and they added even more characters and stuff and more modes to show off in this Direct. This might be one of the most like content-rich, from a fighting game perspective, games that has ever been made. Like, period. And you know Nintendo is getting serious when Nintendo does CGI trailers for a Nintendo Direct for a game, because you rarely see Nintendo go into the world of CGI. It doesn't happen very often. So when they come out and they've got Luigi literally getting killed, his soul ripped from his body by a scythe.
They fucking killed Mario and Mega Man too.
Everyone be dying. It was crazy because
Some
they
Game of Thrones shit.
It's not everyone is here. It's
insane.
everyone is dead.
Yeah, it was what the Castlevania guys got introduced to the game, and so that was the idea. It was Luigi, like he was in Luigi's Mansion running around with his little vacuum and everything, and then who was it that showed up that had the scythe? Fucking I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Anyway, Luigi gets absolutely shreked, just fucking wrecked. Soul literally ripped from his body, which was kind of hilarious. And then we got a whole whack of information.
Monster, take it back. Luigi
That
did not deserve that shit. Okay, he deserved better.
That was
Luigi lives matter.
That was the canonical reasoning as to why Waluigi is not in this game. That's got to be it.
Dead.
Because Luigi is dead. Therefore, by proxy, Waluigi is also dead. So Simon and Richter from Castlevania are in. Richter is an echo of Simon, which basically means they copy pasted, tweaked a couple things, and painted them a different color. And that was the show. But they're in. I actually have here written here, Luigi literally dies, because that was funny to me. I was typing out notes while I was watching this direct. Castlevania stage was added. 34 music tracks for that stage alone. They basically ripped every fucking music track from Castlevania and put it on the "this can play when playing on this level" for Castlevania's map, which is pretty wild. 34 fucking music tracks is insane.
Wow.
Dracula apparently can randomly appear, but they're not saying what the trigger for him appearing is. Maybe the community's already figured it out. I don't know. The internet's a crazy place, but Dracula can apparently just randomly appear on either on that map or something. I don't know, but they were talking about that as a thing. And then Alucard, Dracula backwards for all everyone who spent 25 years like me before I actually knew that that's what that was. Is an assist trophy, so not a full-on character, but you get the assist trophy for Alucard. Then moving on from that, for everyone that loves Marth, they've added Crom as an echo character to Marth. Darth Samus is also now a thing in the game. I don't even know what the fuck Darth Samus is. All I know is that
Dark Samus is the echo.
Darth.
Like
I'm calling her Darth Samus because basically that's what my brain wanted to do. But Dark Samus. It is an echo to Samus, or Samus, or whatever you want to call her. I've bounced between them, tomato, tomato, but looks dope. Like the character model for it is dope for Dark Samus. So that was kind of neato. This was one of the first big notes for this direct that really blew my mind. So a lot of stages were added, including a lot of the original stages from the N64 game. And they kept kind of the aesthetic for the N64 levels. It kind of looks like an up-resed version of the N64 levels, so it's not like a complete redo of them, which was really cool to see. And then they just straight up dropped that there are 103 stages in total. 103 fucking stages.
Look,
in
man,
this game.
I feel like they're making this like the last Smash that they're ever gonna make, and they're just gonna leave it like this with everything on the table.
It's either that or they're building it out so that it can just be moved on to like future consoles and kind of just tacked on to indefinitely, because it is pretty much, it looks like the last Smash ever made. 103 stages, which is insane. On top
Like
of
a
that,
ridiculous amount.
you have obviously modifiers for each of those stages that you can change them up how they act and everything, so you get a lot of combinations with that. And then they added an option called Stage Morph, where you can choose any two stages, and randomly, in the middle of the match, it can change to the other stage on the fly. Like the screen does a changing little thing, like animation thing, and all of a sudden you're on another stage in the game, and vice versa, which is pretty cool. Really would spice it up. Quite
The stage swap thing is probably like my favorite thing from like hearing about. I'm like, that's like pretty cool, because you can make a really dynamic, even competitively, you can do some crazy stuff with that, just to be able to swap stuff around.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, we have 5v5 and 3v3 squad battle modes. Kind of like what was the league in the GSL that was team-based like that? It's kind of similar to that, like the squad-based stuff.
I mean the the Star League.
Yeah, like Star League kind
the
of
Team
deal.
Star League.
Yeah, the team league. Also a tournament mode, up to 32 player tournament mode that will automatically sort out the bracket and do all of that for you. Another crazy stat: more than 800 music tracks in this game.
Because why the fuck not, Adam?
It's basically almost every track from every game from the characters that are representing those games in Smash. You're getting that.
Smash is pretty much Nintendo's like anthology game. Like they just put everything in. They don't leave anything out. They every time they've been adding more and more to it. This time they're like, we have the technology
to take it even further. you can go in and you can, with the player in the menus select, you can go in and listen to all of these tracks at any fucking time. So you essentially have the soundtrack to
They've had that though.
but 800 fucking tracks, dude.
Okay, it's a jukebox.
8 fucking hundred. And they even have a mode where you can plug your headphones into your Switch and just play the music tracks like it's a friggin' MP3 player and just have it set up like an MP3 player so you can turn the screen off and still listen to your 800 fucking Smash Brothers
that's
music
a
tracks.
Feature that like someone from Nintendo is just like, we have so much cool music, but it's so hard to listen to. We'll just put it in the Smash.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff like that. I didn't even get to list here. So many like quality of life things added into this game. It's absurd.
Does it work on CRT?
Yeah. Despite the fact that there are so many characters, there is still the classic first, one player mode, single player mode, and all of them have their own unique fighting certain characters all the way up through to the final destination level. All of that is there.
So one of the things, and part of the reason why I think they're doing so much on Smash for this particular iteration is, if you look at it, formulaically, they've been iterating on Smash for a long time now, and I feel like they've kind of gotten to the point where they feel like they have the mechanics kind of dialed in. There's not much to really add to the technical combat, because if they do that, they're going to alienate a lot of people who are super into Smash right now. So I feel like they're going to balance between that, and that just leaves them a lot of time to decide how they're gonna, what they're gonna add. Like they're gonna be like, we want to release it in this time frame. We have this much time. There's all this awesome stuff that we can do, so we can do it.
Most important addition, Panic, the Alolan Executor, the most important addition to this game, which is the Executor that has the 35-foot long neck. So you get that thing in a Pokeball, and it literally it basically separates the stage wherever it lands. Like you can't jump over top of it. It's fucking like this massive ass Executor that pops up in the center. Beyond that, you have tons of assist trophies added that have made some people a little sad, because they include some characters that people were hoping would be echoes or full-on standard fighters. For example, Zero. Knuckles. Crystal.
Oh, they're adding Knuckles?
Yep.
Ooh,
as a assist trophy. That's what I'm saying, is that they're in, but they're assist trophies and not echo fighters or anything like that. The Claptrap from Donkey Kong Country, Captain, Chef Kawasaki, Gray Fox, Nikki, Shovel Knight. People were really bummed about Shovel Knight being downgraded to an assist trophy. The Moon from Majora's Mask, because fuck it, why not? And Rathalos from Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter cannot do enough crossovers right now. It needs more. Not only is Rathalos a boss in the game, but it's also an assist trophy, which is pretty wild. They also, at the very end, surprise announcement at the very end of this direct, they are including King K. Rool from the Donkey Kong series as a fully fledged character to play in the game, which is pretty cool. The only thing that I have a problem with is, where the fuck is Birdo? Why is Birdo not in this game? Like, anywhere? I was playing Birdo because she was low-key the greatest character in Mario Tennis on the N64. Where the fuck is Birdo?
Birdo's a he, bro.
Birdo's been a girl for me my entire life. I know that's been a thing that happened on the internet, and it blew a bunch of people's minds. Kind of like when they posted Mario without a mustache. But I've always thought Birdo was a girl this entire time. That's not changing. I'm misgendering the fuck out of Birdo in 2018. Come at me. But real talk though, Birdo would be dope. Imagine you shoot eggs out that can do damage, but both Birdo and the opponent can ride the eggs like you could in Mario 2. And it could be used as a horizontal travel mechanic in some weird, crazy, high-level way. Get Birdo. Hashtag
I feel like
free
they should
Birdo.
get more of the Sonic franchise. Get Tails, get Knuckles, get those guys in there. They'd be awesome addition for Smash. And Sega would get some pretty sick licensing out of it.
Exactly. I mean, there are a couple of just I mean, Cloud is in this game, but an actual Nintendo character in Birdo is not, and that's a little weird to me. I feel like you might as well pull from your roster more if you're gonna have fucking Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII in a Super Smash Brothers game as a full-fledged character, or Bayonetta, who is, by the way, banned basically everywhere forever. Although, oh no, what was it at EVO? I think that just happened. They didn't ban Bayonetta, and then the top 4 people were all Bayonetta players, and so a huge portion of the people that were watching live just got up and left because everyone was salty that they didn't just ban Bayonetta because she's so horribly broken, and nobody wanted her there. But yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. So that's a huge game. I'm not even like. I love Super Smash Bros. On the N64. I played it a lot. Jeff and I played a shitload of that game growing up. Jeff, are you hooking yourself up with this game? Are you gonna get no?
No.
You're not gonna jump into Smash, bro?
Jeff doesn't seem like a Smash boy.
I used to like it a lot, man, but this just does not. This does not.
It's not tickling your fancy anymore.
Not tickling my fancy, no.
That's not tickling mine either. But I do look forward to watching the competitive scene with it, because there are so many characters and so many stages and so many ways that they could go at it that it'll make it quite interesting. I'm also just flat out impressed with the scale of the game. At no point, if somebody said Super Smash is going to get to the point where in a single game with no DLC or anything, we're going to have 103 fucking stages and 28 hours of fucking music, I'd be like, you're crazy.
I don't find it as impressive. I mean, it's definitely impressive, but I don't find it as impressive because, again, they had the previous version of Smash on the Switch, and they already had it working. If I remember correctly, I think so.
They have like 80 plus characters or some shit now. Like that's
but and the thing is, they're not pushing the graphics envelope all that much higher tech wise. The stuff, Switch is pretty powerful and all this other stuff, so they didn't have to do a lot of that overhead work for improving a game. This was straight a massive content edition, with some polish. So I'm not as impressed that it's got so much in it, but at the same time, kudos to Nintendo for going that extra mile.
The only thing that obviously would be a problem, even if they did care, is that the devs don't give that much of a fuck about the competitive scene, so the balance for these characters are going to be horribly fucking broken for a lot of them, and that's fine. There's enough characters that we will survive. But yeah, it was just a very impressive thing to watch, because Nintendo has gotten in the habit of really just nickeling and diming the ever-living shit out of you with their games, and this has been one of the most content-heavy games, regardless if it came in the game before or not, because Nintendo, like I said, Nintendo's been in this habit of just ringing you for it, but now they are putting in what is essentially almost 100% of everything that's existed before, plus a bunch of new shit on top of that in a complete package that includes so many modes and so many modifiers and so many fucking fighters and all this. It's crazy. It's nuts. You don't see Street Fighter out here with like 200 fucking stages and 90 characters and all of the variables that can be modified in a stage. Like, that shit doesn't exist. The Smash is the only one really doing that shit in the fighting game community, and I think that's impressive. Whether or not Smash I think is bigger than Street Fighter V at this point, so it doesn't really matter. The Street Fighter's already
spent talking about
dead.
Smash.
That's a lot of Smash talk.
Yeah,
it's a lot. All right, look, fine. Both of you motherfuckers don't talk. Jeff, movies and TV, hit me up.
Movies, TV, end of Smash. Let's go.
Dave Bautista threatened to leave Guardians 3 if they don't use James Gunn's script, and I will be short because I talked about Smash all the time. I will just say that I'm happy he did this because Dave Bautista is apparently the only one in Hollywood with a set of fucking real testicles that can stand up against the stupid bullshit that we've just witnessed for the last 2 years.
Marvel is already, it actually came out right when the podcast started. I think it was announced earlier today. Marvel has been trying to back channel Disney into rehiring and reinstating James Gunn.
Good.
Yeah, what I've been hearing is, I haven't heard that, but I've been hearing that they're going to be potentially still using his script And
but the back channeling thing was new, but
Okay.
they've been the script stuff came out much earlier today.
Yeah, because I know this morning I saw some stuff about them still using the script, and then him not actually directing Guardians 3, but being reinstated.
It was like a producer
in Marvel. No, but they were. I don't know. I don't think producer, but I think what I heard was him potentially doing another movie, a different movie that's not Guardians. But I don't know. I mean, I'm hearing multiple things from multiple places, but we do know that I guess it's not definitive on he's completely, like, he got fired from the movie, and he was still getting a $7 to $8 million payout no matter what, because of his contract. So even if they don't use him, he's still getting paid $7 or $8 million. But now there's so much backlash on Disney, and now some people within Disney are saying that they may have jumped the gun on firing him just from seeing sort of what has happened at face value without really looking into it too deeply. Because what people are saying is, listen, Disney, like, not only has Disney worked with people like Johnny Depp, or, you know, that has a crazy background of doing some ridiculous shit. You look at people like Mel Gibson, who has on air said some gnarly shit. I mean, some crazy. Now, he doesn't work with Disney, but there are studios, and even Mel has been nominated for an Oscar even after the fact. Hacksaw Ridge or whatever it's called got nominated for like 6 Academy Awards. He's got his career back on track now. There's plenty of people in Hollywood. I mean, you look at Robert Downey Jr. Okay, Robert Downey Jr., for those that don't know, was in and out of prison, said some crazy shit, grew up in a ridiculous environment, on drugs, just some crazy shit. And he's changed as a person, like completely changed over the years, you know, and Disney, and you even look at the history of Disney and how Disney was as a company, and the people that ran Disney and some of the shit that they've done is on a whole you know, is on a crazy thing. And they've sort of rehabilitated their image. They're all about, you know, changing as a person, becoming a better version of yourself. And then you look at somebody like James Gunn, who once again had said some really dumb shit, thinking that it was a joke. And he comes from a grindhouse background where it was all about shock value, and their movies was all about shock humor and stuff like that. And James Gunn came out like 8 years ago and said, you know, these tweets that I've been making, I'm realizing now that they are inappropriate and they weren't funny, and I'm getting rid of them. And I apologize publicly for the things that I've said. And from here on out, I'm changing who I am as a person. You know, I was young. I realized that this is just not it. And this was long before there was this whole socialism movement, and, you know, social media was looking at witch hunts. James Gunn came out himself. This wasn't people putting him on the stake and saying, you know, what you're doing, and then he comes out and says, okay, I'm sorry. This is him coming out saying he's sorry when nobody asked him to say it, deleted all the tweets, and from 8 years ago completely changed who he was as a person. Not only is a professional behind the scenes, there's nothing, all the actors and actresses that have been part of the films have come out and championed Gunn and stood up for him and said, listen, this is not the Gunn. This is not the same Gunn. This is not the Gunn that Disney hired. This is not the one that has created his career, because his career back then wasn't much of a career. He was starting out, essentially. He hadn't had his big breaks. You know, he didn't produce Slither or any of these other movies that really put him on the map. Now he is a completely different person, and Disney jumped the gun and decided to fire him over that the right-wing extremist that was going after him on this blog because of him attacking Trump, and he made this big deal about it and had all of his followers blow this shit out of proportion. Then when Disney found hold of it, they just fired him. And they didn't weigh any of this shit.
Did Disney forget that their own cartoons had a monstrously long history of horrific racism and other things that were culturally inappropriate today, but at the time might have been looked over, and then to the point where in a lot of the films that they re-released, they have to have disclaimers at the front fucking end of them to be like, hey, this shit happened a long time ago, and some of the stuff that our company said and did in these cartoons doesn't necessarily hold up today, and we don't hold these values as a company anymore. But as soon as somebody else comes up and it's already a dealt with manner and everything's like, it's just that's fucking stupid as hell.
It's hypocritical. It's something that Disney just tries to bury. I mean, every big company sort of in one way, shape, or form has some things that they don't want resurfaced, or that they may have had bad beginnings or whatever. I mean, there's tons of companies out there that there's some really shitty shit, and they just bury it. They pretend like it never happened. They attack anybody that brings something up or has that type of behavior attached to them. They just try and get rid of it. And I think that's what Disney's doing. Disney's been under a lot of heat, not only through the Star Wars, and they're under a lot of pressure there, but there's a lot of stuff going on with the social media and this whole actors movement, and there's a lot of just bullshit going on. And once this shit came out and it started to get press, they just fired him. They didn't give him a chance to explain himself. They didn't give nobody anything. And now there's backlash. And trust me, there are very few people out there that think that he deserves to lose his job over this. The vast majority of people are, and nobody is saying what he said is okay. Everybody agrees that the things that he said were horrific and stupid and shouldn't have been said, even though they're a joke. It was bad taste. You're not funny. You're not a comedian. You can't get away with that. And everybody's saying that. But we also understand that he came out as a person and apologized and deleted the tweets and never did anything like that ever from then on, and changed as a person. And now you want to crucify him and put him on the stake for shit that happened like 8 years ago. So now Disney is finding themselves in a weird position, because not only do they not probably want to go back on their word that they just came out, like when the CEO comes out and says, this is absolutely, we cannot stand by this type of blah, blah, blah. I'm paraphrasing. And then he's fired, and that's the show. Now they're under pressure, not only from the actors like Dave Bautista, and he's really the only person that came out that said, listen, if Gunn's script is not at least in this, then I'm done. I'm not being part of this. But he also did say that he's contractually obligated to show up and work. But in his contract, it is specifically to do with James Gunn. So if they're not using James Gunn's script, or he's not directing the film, then Dave Bautista doesn't want to be any part of it. Now, that, in my opinion, isn't really a big thing. I mean, it sucks, but trust me, Disney can go ahead and say, okay, Dave, you're fired, or okay, we're going to sue you, or okay, you're being replaced. Whether we kill off your character's technically dead now, so we could, kill your character off, or get somebody else to replace you. As crazy as that sounds, he's not going to be the thing that broke the camel's back and to get James Gunn back on this. Like, this is a decision that Disney is going to have to make. It's much deeper than Dave Bautista. But if other actors, if the real star powers, came out and all said the same thing that Dave is saying, obviously they're not, because they want to save their career. Dave Bautista is known to say these things. He's outspoken against Donald Trump. He said some crazy, outlandish shit. He says what he wants. He backed out of the WWE when the WWE wasn't putting him on like they were John Cena, and he just said, "Fuck you, Vince. I'm out. I don't agree with it." He sticks to his morals and what he believes in. He doesn't sugarcoat it. He doesn't put on a face. And not only that, James Gunn is the dude that really broke or that got Dave Bautista's career. He's the dude. So Dave Bautista has a serious loyalty to James Gunn
I'm glad he said something.
Yeah, absolutely. James Gunn made Dave Bautista in Hollywood. Legitimately made him.
No one read him properly.
No, nobody did. He took a chance on him. He gave Dave Bautista a shot because Dave Bautista was just doing those shitty, like, you know, those John Cena type movies before John Cena actually started to become a good actor. You know, those like weird, you know, army movies or like these shitty straight to DVD WWE production garbage that like
Dolph Lundgren's stuff.
Exactly, like some really bad shit, like the shit that like Jean-Claude Van Damme would be doing these days, right?
Yeah.
Like stuff that nobody sees. That whatever. That's what he was doing. But Gunn gave him a chance to be a star, and Dave Bautista showed up and did a great fucking job. And then after that, now he's in a bunch of big movies. Yeah. Now he is being shopped around by big studios to do big roles. And so Dave Bautista, being the loyal guy that he is and doesn't give a fuck about the white collared big ups, the executives, he doesn't give a shit. He'd rather live and die by the sword than to be a Hollywood bitch. And not a lot of people are like that in Hollywood. A lot of people will keep their mouths shut, will just keep their head down and keep going. They're not going to put their career on the line for somebody else. But Dave Bautista says, fuck that, I'm going to do it. And if Gunn is gone, I'm gone. So shout outs to Dave Bautista for standing up for his friend, and also standing up for a good cause, because where does this end? Do you go, like, you could look up any star at any point.
Everyone said stupid shit.
And everybody has said and done stupid shit. Once that tweet goes out there and it's cemented into the internets, that's it. It's done. I mean, that's it. It's that your internet autograph and footprint is not getting off there. It's somebody's got it. And when is it okay to make mistakes? We're all human. So what? Are you going to try and breed us to be these, like, there's so many Hollywood actors now that are just getting off social media. They're just deleting their shit, because before it used to be, okay, we're going to use social media to connect with fans, to grow our fan base, to advertise the things that we're in, and this was an asset. Now it's the complete opposite. Now you're putting yourself out there where you could lose your career over shit that you might not even think anything bad about it. You might not even think like, oh, you know, I'm saying like, fuck you, Donald Trump, or fuck you, Barack Obama, you know, just to go on both sides, or you know, I'm standing up for women's rights, or you know, I'm a supporter of the Me Too movement. Next thing you know it, that tweet comes back to haunt you 10 years down the road, and now you're going to lose your entire career. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's what we talked about. What was it? It was 2 or 3 weeks ago. We talked about, like, this is like, we're in a situation, I think, when we were talking about James Gunn, but we've kind of bred a society where, you know, what you say and how you say it will be used to destroy your life if you run into someone who's got an opposing viewpoint.
Yep.
And it's a sad state of affairs. You know, there's no discourse. It's, I will destroy you.
Yep. That's what it is. So it is what it is. I mean, you're seeing it now. You're seeing how crazy the internet's getting. It's becoming more and more censored. It's very
like militant too.
It is. And I mean, even seen it with Alex Jones, like all of Alex Jones shit.
That InfoWars
all
crap.
All that shit is off now. Off YouTube. They attacked him, and I think the guy's a fucking batshit crazy conspiracy theory, you know, calling like the fucking Sandy Hook of an act of like
motherfucker talking about a sex slave industry on Mars.
Yeah. He's crazy. The guy's crazy, but listen, as crazy as he is, to have Twitter, or not Twitter
it's
yet, but to have
100%
Facebook.
their right to do it, though.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it's their right. But at the same time, this is it. We're getting to a point now where people are getting offended by a lot of things that before you could speak your mind. It's freedom of speech. You could say whatever
it's not freedom of speech, though.
Well, it's obviously not freedom of speech because
No. What I'm saying is what you're talking about. You're talking. This is like a misconception that a lot of people have.
Well, no,
of what freedom
I
of
know where
speech
you're going
is.
with this, and they had an agenda. Listen.
Oh, of course they
Listen,
did. But at the same time,
the left wing has an agenda, and this is coming from a guy.
Of course they do.
that is more on the left side than the right side.
Yeah.
There's an obvious agenda to take him out. It all came at once. It all went down at once. He's been doing the same shit for years. Nothing has changed. And now they're finding ways to say that it's against terms of service on some of the things that he's saying. It's not the things that they want put out on their platform, as it's like hate speech and racist things and whatever, those sort of things. It's just funny how it's all coming to head now. It's all coming to head in sync. There's some shit going on underneath. I see where you're going, and I agree.
It's 100%. I don't disagree with you that there was definitely an agenda. It was oddly well coordinated how it happened, but at the same time, and for me, again, this is going to be super political on my part, but I'm like fucking sick and tired of the right saying it's always some conspiracy or agenda. If you want your own fucking platform that you want to say your own shit, go make your own fucking platform. It's not a freedom of speech issue. They made the platform. It's their right to control what's on it. Now, if the government comes and says Alex Jones has to go, that's a fucked up problem.
Yeah.
But Facebook, Twitter, again, might not necessarily agree with it, and it definitely would be considered censorship, but 100% their right to do it, and I agree with it. If you have a problem with it and you want to have a free speech platform, go make one yourself. There's tons of conservative organizations that have the power, the financing to do it, but they don't.
It's just funny that the other side is not being attacked the way the other side is, right? Because it's being ran
both
by
sides. Both sides get attacked. Both sides get stereotyped.
All these companies, for the most part, are ran from left wing, people.
A lot of the shutdown campaigns are from the left, and I disagree with them in general.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, but I know we're kind of peering.
We're in like a really weird area. Yeah.
But it's just, to kind of tie it in with the whole James Gunn thing is it's crazy the way the world or the way the internet is working now. I feel for him. I hope it works out for James Gunn. I hope that he can direct Guardians 3. I think he deserves it. He's turned it into $1 billion franchise. He's created great movies. Yeah, sure. He is replaceable. Honestly, there are a lot of great directors out there that can make an awesome Guardians movie. I'll be honest. There really are. But it will feel weird to not have Gunn there. And if he's not there, there's always going to be that criticism now. Like, what would it have been like if James Gunn did it? Yeah. Are the actors? I mean, the actors are professional. They're probably going to go in and do their job. But ultimately, if there are problems with the movie, that's going to be a blowback on Disney and a blowback on James. They're going to blame it on the fact that James Gunn and it's going to be scrutinized a lot more. Mm-hmm. So, and then also now, last thing about James Gunn is now we've got DC, Warner Brothers, chomping at the bit that if it's official, like it is official, but if it stays that way, if he's gone, they're going to want to pick him up for him to do something in the DCEU universe, which would
James
be
Gunn
nuts.
Would fix the universe.
Yeah. So that would be crazy, to have Gunn go in and create films for the opposite side, which would be that's
the
crazy.
Big thing. If you fire someone, usually unless you're super generous on terms and shit, a lot of non-competes and all that shit just goes away.
So yeah, that's the whole James Gunn thing, and good on Dave Bautista. We'll see where it goes. I personally don't think Gunn will be directing Guardians 3. I think what's going to happen, they're going to use the script. He's going to get a nice paycheck for just getting fired, and Gunn will move on. I think Disney is going to want to keep him in their wheelhouse, but I think he's just going to be cold for a little while. I think it's going to be quiet for a while, and then eventually they'll find a way to shoehorn him back in. If not, have fun, DC.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm just happy that somebody fucking spoke up about it. It doesn't to me personally, whether this annoys people or not, I don't really give a shit about the mechanisms the deep state fucking stupid ass mechanisms that are in place to be doing all this shit because they are fucking powerless if the companies at the top that they're attacking the employees of stand up to the motherfuckers in the first place. And I've had this conversation last time. I think it was last podcast, even the podcast before.
Power to the people.
So I just don't fucking care. There are a bunch of kooky, crazy motherfuckers in country and out of country infiltrating and all this fantastical fucking secret agent man type shit to fucking tear down the American people from the only thing they give a shit about. It's their entertainment industry, and it will backfire into their political sphere. And oh my god, we won't even have to fire a bullet, and Russia will take us over. I don't give a fuck. Disney just has to grow a pair of fucking balls. That's it. Full stop.
Yeah.
And Batista, with his fucking guaranteed 55-inch fucking Mandingo Drax dick, stood up and said, "Do something."
Yep.
Finally, and yes, no, like it obviously it had to come from somebody like Batista, because you're not going to see the really big names fucking like take a chance at ruining their shit. But Batista was a wrestler. He's got lots of money piled up. He probably doesn't give a fuck. Batista just seems like he's a legitimate fucking down to earth individual.
Oh, he's a man's man, bro.
He's
he
a
doesn't
fucking
give
man.
a fuck. He doesn't give. If there's shit he don't like, he's gonna tell you he don't like that shit.
It had to be from him, and he strikes me as an individual that if he has something that like he takes issue with, odds are it's something that you fucking pay attention to, because he doesn't seem like a particularly hot-headed individual in the ways that
he's super soft-spoken guy.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't. The WWE persona is not even remotely close to what he's like in real life. I've seen dozens of interviews with him. Dude is so soft-spoken and down to earth, and he just loves everybody. He's just like a nice dude. He just obviously loves his life, and you know, for him to come out and stand up for the guy that he likes, because nobody else is going to do it. You're not going to see Chris Pratt put his career out on the line with Disney. You know, what is Star-Lord going to come out and say? Nah, no more Star-Lord unless James Gunn is reinstated.
But can I just say something? I get why he wouldn't do that necessarily, you know, to a degree. The motherfucker is already so filthy fucking rich. What is he in this for but for the fun of it or his ego? So if his ego is now paramount to the fuckery that is going down for somebody that also helped make him on the big screen, not the fucking Parks and Recreation fat Chris Pratt, but the jacked steroid-induced fucking hero Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy, just like Dave Bautista has Gunn to thank for that. Chris Pratt has him to thank for that all the same. And he's got even more money than fucking Dave Bautista does.
So I think for Pratt, though, it's different. Well, it's the same, but it's different, I think, in the eyes of him, because I think for Dave Bautista, it's not about the money. It's really just about the morals of it.
The principle.
And I think for the principle, I think Chris Pratt he's so ingrained now in the Hollywood. He's got a lot of people that probably work under him. There's a lot of mouths he's got to feed. There's big contracts that he's signing. He's got multiple franchises with multiple studios. You know, he's got the whole Jurassic World thing going. His career is at its peak.
He's A-list right now.
He is absolute A-list. And for him to go out and sacrifice his entire career, potentially his entire career, for James Gunn, which, by the way, he knows, and most people know this, that James Gunn's going to be fine regardless. He's still going to get paid $7 or $8 million for a movie he's not going to make. He's already made tens of millions of dollars off these other movies, and there is going to be a studio that is going to
hire
pick him up and are going to use his talent, and he's going to have a long and very lucrative career to begin with. So
if DC comes out and says James Gunn's doing whatever movie, James Gunn is doing the fucking Aquaman movie, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like,
I say, so I know what you're saying, Adam. I know exactly what you're saying, and I get you. But for somebody like Chris Pratt, there comes a time, and I don't even think James Gunn would want Pratt to do something like that, and I don't even think James Gunn would want Dave Bautista to put his ass out on the line like that. But Dave Bautista's just that type of guy, and there's not a lot of people in Hollywood that are that type of guy that will put somebody before themselves. And we're talking about an industry that when you get blacklisted, you're done. You're fucking done. If word gets around that you are not easy to get along, you're fighting the man, you're pretty much fucked. You're not getting hired on any big movie. So Chris Pratt just has a shit ton to lose. And yes, that is true. Lol says in the chat, he's a very conservative Christian. The guy is
Chris Pratt is a conservative Christian in the way that I'm a fucking Christian. I've been to church fucking 3 times in the last. Fuck off with that shit. The dude is literally, all of his highlight reels of like bloopers is just overtly sexual fucking. The dude, fuck no. That's so dumb. That's so fucking stupid. And even if he was a conservative Christian, the fuck does that even matter in this situation? It means nothing. If anything, it would indicate to me that he'd be more likely to stand up for a situation that is unjust, instead of just sitting back and be like, well, my career is at its peak, and I just couldn't.
All that money he's going to be missing out on that he could tithe with. Come on, Adam.
Oh, that's right. I gotta get the old Joel Osteen money. Gotta get
another jet.
Joel Osteen. He went to the Oscars and preached about God. Who gives a fuck? Everyone goes up there, whether they're a Christian or not, and go and at bare minimum is like, I'd like to thank God for giving me this great acting ability where I lived in a car down by the river for 6 months when I was first starting out, and then I just got into my big break.
And he's dating again, and there's been pictures of him and his new thing, like out on picnics and going to church.
Dude, if you think that going out and actually just advocating for Christianity just suddenly makes you a fucking poster child for that shit, like in terms of like actually internalizing it, you don't know enough fucking Christians, man. There are so fucking few actual Christians, whether they want to fly under one of the 421 different denominations that fucking exist. So few that are actually honest to God Christians, that the odds of Chris Pratt, given what his public displays on and off camera have been, are one of them. I agree. He's an actor.
I agree.
He gets paid to act.
Yes, I agree. I agree. He's on steroids. He's fucking bitches, and he's making cake, and he's not standing up for Gunn any more than the thing that he signed off on when he publicly said. The whole crew did come out and say something for him, so that was nice.
So the whole cast letter thing.
Yeah, the whole cast letter. So he did say something for him, but he's not going to go as far as saying I'm not going to be part of this damn franchise in this movie if he isn't back. So
Chris back home right now, taking his shit in the toilet, singing, Jesus loves me, this I know, 'cause the Bible tells me so. Fucking, that's some of the dumbest shit I've heard in my life. Patrick Stewart, this is a very happy moment. This is actually the happiest moment possibly of the year for me so far as entertainment news goes. Patrick Stewart's coming back to do some sort of Star Trek madness, reprising his role as Captain Picard, and I couldn't be any happier about whatever that is. I don't care if it's I don't care 3 episodes. It could be 3 fucking episodes. I'm in. I don't care. As long as it's not some stupid pandering fuckery like a lot of the entertainment industry is right now.
You're all in?
Then I'm all in.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
I think what's going to happen is he's probably going to play like that. We didn't get any details on what's going on, but it is going to be a new Star Trek sort of spinoff.
Discovery's been doing really well, and I think they actually said specifically they're exploring the next chapter of Picard's life.
Yeah, but I think honestly what we're going to see from him is he's probably going to be the sort of like the Starfleet commander dude that's gonna overlook sort of the new guns and I think he's gonna play like a mentor type thing.
Well, lore-wise, he was like for what happened after All Good Things and like all like the movies and stuff, was he pretty much became an ambassador. So like I think we might see
like a lot of political stuff like that.
I think we might see more of like the diplomatic stuff.
Yeah.
And like a different side of Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of what I was seeing.
I'm okay with that.
I don't think we're gonna see him.
I don't need starship battles as much.
Yeah, we're not gonna see him in the captain's seat, flying throughout the galaxies and fighting aliens and those sort of things. Dude is old as fuck. I think it's just gonna be him sort of passing the baton down to the next big dude. That's
I'm good with that, if only because, in my humble opinion, all of the new Star Trek shit that we've been getting, short of the movies, which have been at the very least entertaining, despite what you could say about them otherwise, they're at least popcorn movies.
Mm-hmm.
Enterprise, Panic's probably gonna fucking hate me for this. Enterprise, dog shit. Absolute.
The first season
garbage.
or two was dog shit, but after they handed it over to Manny Koto, like season 3 and 4 were actually pretty good.
And
up until they
then-
just abruptly ended it.
And then the one that just came, that was more recent, that's like exclusive to the
Discovery.
Yeah, stop the madness.
It's actually been getting rated really well, like towards the end of the first season, and people are like really into it.
I'm happy for him. But the fucking
I'm happy for him.
But that shit's like the levels of the live action Teen Titans shit, where Starfire looks like an extra from another movie as a hooker, and then in this case for Star Trek, it was the Klingons all of a sudden look like an orc. And yes, I know that technically in some deep manual somewhere you will see that if you pay close enough attention, that is actually what they're supposed to. Bitch, that's not it doesn't matter anymore because it's not what Klingon's supposed to look like. And now we got this like Lord of the Rings ass Klingon bullshit. I don't know. I think it's bad. So whatever this is, I hope is great, and I'm sure it will be because it's Patrick fucking Stewart. And even if it's bad, I'm gonna watch it because it's Patrick Stewart.
Mild shock.
It's pretty much the acting. It's the that's the gift I needed right there for the whole like conservative Christian bit, was just the acting, the like acting. Because that fucking gift, that would be a perfect acting. Ladies, let's move on to tech support and answer some very quick questions because this is a lengthy
lengthy
podcast.
Dude,
Jim Carrey though. Jim Carrey's playing what's his face in
Yes, I meant to
Sonic.
put that in there. Jim Carrey is playing Dr. Robotnik in Sonic, and I couldn't be any more confused about how that thing is even in
Are we
existence.
gonna get another Dragon Ball movie?
Yes. This is the death of Jim Carrey's career, by the way. If it didn't already happen, this is the Jim
did
Carrey's
you see
career
the-
rebirthed and then died again.
Did you see the meme picture that they posted of the Sonic live action movie? It's a Parks and Rec picture of like Ron and what's his face, so who was always around with Aziz Ansari's character, like the really annoying white guy.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I can't think.
But
of
yeah, so they pretty much had the guy. He's just like this with his like face hanging back, and
Yeah.
he painted a Sonic, and Ron Swanson just got paint job Robotnik on him.
Is this supposed to be a live action Sonic movie?
Yeah,
Or is it
Partially.
gonna be partially?
It's a mixed
kind of
thing,
like
I
how they
believe.
had in the kind of like how they had like the game where you have Sonic just walking around with real
Probably gonna be
people.
like Ready Player One type thing. that type of world.
campier than that by the sounds of it.
Okay.
It's gonna be bad. I'm willing to bet that it's going to be really, really, really.
I think it's a good character for
really
Jim
bad.
Carrey. I think it's a good
reason-
fit for Jim Carrey, but I don't.
Yeah, the reason they did that picture is because freaking Ben Schwartz, the guy who plays that guy, is Sonic.
Oh God, this is just. It just all sounds. So why is there?
It sounds bad. Yeah, it sounds
Sonic
bad.
doesn't need a live action movie. Sonic doesn't need a movie. Period.
Sonic just needs to go fast.
Sega's trying to make some money.
Sega needs to at least make one or two more good Sonic games after not Sonic Generations, Sonic what was that, the most recent one? Sonic
Forces.
No, Jesus no.
Mania.
Sonic Mania, yeah. We need at least one or two other good Sonic titles post Sonic Mania before I even consider outside of video game related content for Sonic. Let alone Sonic the Hedgehog starring a busted up, fucking artistically liberated Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's in a weird place.
What do you think the meeting was when they handed him the script, or just the idea that he'd play Robotnik?
It was Jim Carrey talking a lot about himself and how he's opened his eyes to the world and he can finally see things clearly and how he's really, truly happy with where he's at and enjoying his art and everything. And he probably talked about that in circles for about an hour and a half, all while the casting guys they're just nodding. Yes. Yes,
Very
Jim.
nice, Jim.
Very nice job. We're very happy for you, Jim. Yeah, we really enjoyed that Trump painting that you did. It was very good. It was very,
He's a good
very
artist,
well
though.
done.
He's
It's
a
great.
good
Oh yeah.
artist.
Oh, he is. Oh, he is.
He's talented.
And then he said, "All right, I'll take the job
I need money.
because I need money because I'm spending a lot on paint and I need some more.
It's high quality paint, too. I need the cheap shit.
It's high quality paint. This is not low quality shit.
Low key though, I would buy a Jim Carrey painting if it was affordable.
I would too. He's that's not even low key.
Yeah.
That's
Shit's
he's
fire.
actually
You could
just
auction that shit off and make a ton of money.
he is actually just a good artist for sure. And you have to be a little crazy to be a good artist a lot of the time. And thankfully, Jim is not just a little crazy.
He's all crazy.
He cracked a while ago. And to be
All
fair,
in.
he
All in.
was kind of like attached to that anti-vaxxer for a while. So shit, I don't blame him for going a little crazy. To be completely honest with you, I'd go a little crazy too.
Can we hit up this tech support, man?
Yes,
It's like
yes,
88 degrees
yes,
in here.
absolutely.
I need to get my AC on.
I am sweating like a whore in church right now.
Oh my god.
Kind of like the Chris Pratt Christian in church. Like I'm sweating like one of them. Yeah, it's like 29 degrees in here. Let's see what do we got here.
This question is from Holy Lasagna. But Adam, isn't Sonic 06 one of your most favorite games of all time?
Yo, top 10. Everyone should play it twice. Go play that now. Get it for Christmas. Get it for your birthday. Enshrine it. Bronze it after you're done. Unless, of course, you want to play it again, in which case, just shadowbox it. Coincidentally, Datbeard. $30 lifetime, $10 current pledge. Let's go, Datbeard. If you could delete one game or IP from history, completely wipe it and all the influence it ever had, what would you choose? And his examples are Final Fantasy 13 and Sonic 06, coincidentally. So if you could delete from history one game, a single game, or an entire intellectual property from within gaming, what would it be? Well, all of its influences and everything that it influenced, what would it be?
Can you say that first part again?
If you could delete any single remove from history, any singular game or IP in its entirety, and all of its influence that it subsequently had on the industry, what do you get rid of?
Fucking Farmville.
Okay, I could see
All
why. It definitely kickstarted the mobile craze.
Gotcha game where you have to like time gate shit and all of that. It started with Farmville, man.
I'm gonna go with something that you probably wouldn't have thought. It's gonna change the history of gaming.
Surprise me.
Dota 2.
I'm going to need an elaboration on that.
Dota, just buy it. Just gone from the world.
No, I get, but why? But why Dota 2?
Because that is the thing that has sparked the MOBA world. And if you get rid of Dota, you're getting rid of MOBAs.
True. Okay, it's Dota. Okay, when you said Dota 2, okay,
I
just
said
Dota.
Dota. I said Dota 2, but then I realized that
Just
then Dota
Dota.
would still be a thing. So
Yeah.
just Dota.
Okay.
Just
okay.
Dota. Bye.
I'm going with Modern Warfare.
Ooh. Really?
Ooh.
Yep.
Really? I liked Modern Warfare.
Yep. So did I. But it was what happened because of Modern Warfare that basically shattered the rest of the fucking video game industry for the rest of time across every single fucking genre. Both in terms of how every game has progressed for unlockables and shit for ages and ages and ages. and the never-ending DLC bullshit fuckery. All that's all pretty much that era of Call of Duty. So I could just wipe Call of Duty from the face entirely if you
gone.
want.
Bye-bye.
But if you wanted to choose a specific one and keep everything before it, you could probably safely start at Modern Warfare and
Good
go
pick.
with that. That would be my my go. Let's see. Damn, this is a all right. Jin, $70 lifetime, $10 current. Thank you, Jin. What is your deepest desire? Deepest desire, which probably changes throughout life, but what is your deepest? Because I'm going to tell you, my deepest desire at the age of 10 is a hell of a lot different than my deepest desire at the age of pushing 30. But let's go for whatever it is currently, or
At
if
the
you had
immediate
one.
moment, like right now.
Is it Subway Panic? You want a carb load, buddy?
He wants that AC on.
Yeah, Jeff's got that
There
shit
it
on
is.
lock. I just want that nice, cool breeze blowing on me.
Yeah.
It's like
You're just.
I would
you're
be
just,
happy.
You're just. The water weight is just leaving your body.
No, it's just humid. It's so annoying. It's like it's been so uncomfortable here for like the past 2 weeks. Like,
Jeez. Deepest desire. I actually just don't
at this
know.
at this moment in time, I mean, like the overarching goal in life or overarching goal in life is to be able to not just adequately support for my family and not be like a bajillionaire, but just be financially secure so that anything that were to arise, I can do that for my family and extended family. Anything's just there. If I need to be there, I can be there for them. That's I think that's a lot of people's like life goal across the board. Nobody sets out and goes, I could just go for being dirt poor for the rest of my life and not being able to do it. So like there's that. And then but the more immediate goal for me is to be able to financially bear keeping the family home in the valley now that my grandmother is in a old folks home. So nobody else is in the house. We have to decide how we're going to handle it. Obviously, she's long since paid the house off, fucking obviously, but the costs of upkeeping a house that size, that age, when there isn't somebody in it all year round is a substantial amount of money. And so, and there's obviously costs that come along with upkeeping a house that is pushing 200 years old. It's not like it was built in the 70s. So it can get time consuming or expensive because you either have to do it yourself or you have to pay somebody to go all the way the fuck out there and do it for you. And so that's my
Adam, you could always go and live. You could always go and live in the boonies, in the countryside.
You
if they got
already
internet
live in
out
the
there,
boonies.
and you could have the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? You could have the
no joke. If I had, I wouldn't want to do what I'm doing now. But if I had some other job that allowed me to live
from home
very comfortably, not even have to work from home, but just live comfortably, which let's say is more than working at McDonald's, then I would happily live there and not give a fuck. I would be very pleased. I could get minimum internet there, which would limit how much I'm exposing myself to the fuckery that is the internet. And I could just, yes, absolutely. I want to retire there, so why not start early? The difference is there is nothing there for me to do for work, so that's why I'm not there. Otherwise, oh my God, dude. Heartbeat, I'd get the fuck away from here instantly. No regrets. So that's my number one.
Like full tattoo across the chest?
No rugrats right across my
forehead.
chest. Yeah,
right on
just
the forehead.
Oh,
Fuck it.
Stamp
Like
it.
straight face tattoo?
Rats.
Stamp it.
I don't know, man. My biggest desire, I think for me, that's a tricky one. I'm just gonna go with just trying to. I mean, I have a baby on the way now, so I'm sure I'm sure my desires are gonna change when the baby comes. But I would say, as of right now, I would say just trying to be content with where I'm at.
Self-actualization.
Yeah,
the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
It's crazy, and it sucks because at the same time I don't like that because then I'm settling. Like it's just this weird.
You're trying to find the balance
thing.
of staying hungry but being happy with what you're doing to attain. The never-ending goals you're putting in front of yourself.
Yeah. It's like my mind is always racing. It's like it's fucking bizarre. It took a toll on me for a while, but it's like it's never ending. And I'm like I'll beat myself up if I'm not overly productive. If I'm too productive, then I'm hard on myself for not enjoying some other things. It's like it's this never ending vicious cycle. It'd be awesome if I could have the best of both worlds, but maybe my perspective will change when the baby gets here, and then
that baby's gonna arrive, and your whole life.
Well, I'm gonna turn into super dad, man.
You're looking out one window here, and then the baby comes, and then you're gonna notice another window, and you're gonna go, oh, I like this view over here.
Yeah,
and then it just your whole frame of reference changes entirely.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping that when the baby does come, that my whole life just changes to the point where everything revolves around the boy or the girl. And
that's probably what's going to happen.
And just be part of their life in every way, and just try and be an awesome dad. And that would be so fulfilling, because I feel like if I'm ever going to sacrifice work, or I'm going to sacrifice being productive financially, or having some sort of self-fulfillment, then I think a good reason would be of raising your child, like, and making those sacrifices for the greater good. That's would be amazing. And I think that's what's going to happen. I hope it doesn't stress me out too much, and then I'm worried even more. But I want to say I'll probably let my guard down a little bit and just enjoy being a dad.
I think that's where you'll eventually end up.
I mean, you're always
going to want to work because you're a workaholic, but you will also find it much easier. It's a much easier justification.
Yes, that's
right.
It'll give me
it'll give you an out that you're comfortable with versus trying to find an out that you forcefully make yourself comfortable with in order to make it all happen. Panic, what's your deepest desire other than that air conditioning?
I just broke my armrest off my chair, and I'm really confused how I did that.
Sour.
So what you're telling me is your deepest desire is to have another chair?
In terms of deepest desire is probably finding that right work-life balance in stuff. Because I'm either always super busy or not busy at all, and just finding that balance, I feel like is the recipe, for success right there. Getting the balance of, having time to do what I enjoy, but also, being secure.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
For sure. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this podcast. I can just sense Adobe Audition waiting to fucking crash. I could just I could sense it.
Oh yeah, your camera's already slowing down.
Oh no, everyone's in here has been all over the place. Discord's still we talked about Discord a lot, but Discord's still got a little bit
still getting there.
Still got a little bit to go. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by as always. Let me head on over to this screen right here, and then head on over to our patrons here and give it a quick little look-see. Because we always got to thank the patrons. Jetrix has officially, ladies and gentlemen, Jetrix has officially crossed the $7,000 mark. Jetrix is at $7,100. Postal Panda is at $3,300. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people, I'll call it 5, at $1,700.
Jesus.
Mr. Miyagi at $2,130.
Dream.
There are some big, heavy hit. There's just so many people here who are so deep. There's so much money here. God bless every fucking one of you. A bunch of gods. Insane.
Literally keeping our dreams alive.
Yes. My deepest desire is to continue to have all of this money coming in so that I can continue to do things like buy vegetable trays at Costco. Because it's convenient and keeps me eating healthy.
And I wish to buy name brand diapers.
Oh, you want to go name brand? Dude, go cloth. That's what mom and dad did and never look back.
I don't think I'm going to be going that.
I don't think Jeff wants to deal with washing that shit.
Fuck that. And I also am not going to put my baby. It's like when you use really shitty toilet paper and it like hurts your ass and like it just doesn't feel right. I need to have like a good quality diaper on my baby's ass, you know?
Get that silk diaper feel, bro.
Yes.
That silk fucking diaper. Fuck like those. Look, my parents had to do it because I was growing so fast that they would buy a box of fucking diapers, and then before they were done the box of diapers, I was too big for the fucking diapers, so they just stuck with cloth
Adam
for a
got
while.
clothed. Adam
I
got
got
clothed.
I got clothed.
Get clothed.
Mom apparently didn't really give a damn. Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's another Technical Alpha podcast. Thank you once again for stopping by and listening or checking us out on the RSS feeds. We do appreciate it a great deal. You head on over to patreon.com/technicalalpha if you want to join us there and give us your support. Keep this dream alive. We appreciate you even if you're just here giving us a listen or a watch. Until next week, same time, same place, the usual. Have a good one, and peace. Bye.